Hello, and welcome to yet another Q&A, not Thursday, here at the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. It is Q&A Wednesday because Thursday this week is reserved for Thanksgiving, but we're glad you're here with us. Anyway, I'm your host, Dane. Nice to meet you if you're new here. To my left, very special guest, Sydni Gwinn joins us here in the studio. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And to her left, further over there, we've got, you know him, you love him, Anthony Fisher.
Thank you.
Welcome
thank you,
to
Dane.
the program. Not like you're here every week or anything.
Yeah, I appreciate that introduction.
Of course.
Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to a special Thanksgiving edition. We didn't really prepare, we should have brought the turkey hat back. That would have been one thing we probably could have done. We probably could have also maybe done something like some snacks, or maybe brought like a smorgasbord of different Thanksgiving foods.
A charcuterie board.
Yeah, like a charcuterie board full of things. That would have been wonderful. But instead, it's just us here to answer your detailing questions and hopefully have some good discussions. So, should we get into some housekeeping?
Yeah, and then we can have a little Thanksgiving talk if people want to do that. You can throw that in the chat too. Ask Sydni about recipes, us about recipes. We're happy to weigh in. She was just telling me a little before we started here about her plans, and she sounds like she runs the place over there. Like, you don't mess around. She runs it.
Go figure, right?
Going to Sydney's house for leftovers.
But speaking of houses, let's talk about housekeeping. What's going on?
So this week, right, shouldn't be any surprise that our Black Friday sale is live at theragcompany.com. 20% off almost everything, plus Doorbusters. So this is going to include pretty much everything minus wholesale cases and certain tools and things like that. But I mean, 20% off of mostly everything that you love. And we have about 5 days left of this sale, which may sound like you have a good amount of time, but trust me when I say you don't want to miss out. You want to get your orders in now because our shipping team has been exceptionally efficient this year.
They have.
Almost all orders have been cleared in the queue as of today, right? As of right now.
That's the new system at work. That's
our new system at work that's really keeping everybody as efficient as possible. But I mean, this has been an absolutely insane year as far as Black Friday goes for us, and the fact that we've been able to pump out this many orders this fast is just a huge testament to our shipping team, everybody over there in packing. The logistics team, just everybody over there is just kicking so much butt, and also really proud of our web team and our customer service team and everybody that is keeping this machine running, right? Because what we do here in the media side of things is fun, but what they do over there is business. And
we create more work for them, so we recognize we're kind of actually making the job harder, I guess, by doing our job. But. Well,
I mean, how do I say this? I mean, we have fun doing what we do, but it's still work. Over there, they have fun as well, but they are really putting in the time and effort, and we really appreciate everything that they're doing. So
if you get a chance to talk to one, say hey and thank you.
You can send a thank you to our customer service team as well via chat or email.
Or in the comments field on your order.
Or in the comments. So BOGO and Stjarnagloss products right now at theragcompany.com, meaning that if you buy a bottle of Forced, you get a bottle of Forced free. You buy a bottle of Snow, you get a bottle of Snow free. You buy a 5 liter of, let's just say, Silke, you get a 5 liter of Silke free.
That's huge.
This is a massive deal in terms of Stjarnagloss products. This is probably the best sale we've ever ran on this. And
so many people want to try it. Now's the time to try.
We want people to try it. I mean, that's why we're doing this kind of stuff, is because we want you to experience this, whether you give it to a friend or a family member or you just use it for yourself. Some recommendations there would be Forced, 100%. I recommend Snow. Mata is amazing. Innie's great as well if you're looking for a nice vanilla scented interior cleaner. Gumi is awesome. Glass, one of the best glass cleaners that we probably have in our lineup. Glatt's awesome as well. I mean, everything's great in this entire line. You can't go wrong. But at the very bare minimum, if you like scents and you like kind of masculine scents, specifically things that smell like Creed Aventus, then you might really like the Stekata Gold Air Freshener, which is on BOGO as well.
No, you straight up will like it.
You will like it.
If you like Creed Aventus.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And it's got the gold flake in it. It just, I can smell it from here. So going back, we also have a BOGO on the off-road towel lineup. So this is the best way to describe this. This is some of our best products packaged in a very convenient packaging that's best paired with the off-road chemicals from PNS, but these are just awesome on their own. It's still microfiber. You can still use it as microfiber, but the difference here is that you're getting in the, let's just say the off-road 4x4 pack, you're going to get a twist loop, like kind of like a variety of our liquidator in a pack along with a waffle weave. And it's going to be an amazing value there. You buy one, get one free on that. So you're basically getting 4 drying towels for $40, and they all punch well above their weight class. 70-30 blend, of course. And then again, so going back to this, we have the Crew Chief pack, we have the Baja pack. These are all going to be a combination of terry weaves, pearl weaves, and chenille that can do really any job. This is just a nice, convenient packaging that's best paired again with the off-road stuff. So great as a gift, great as just using it yourself.
Stocking stuffers.
Great stocking stuffers. So then if we go back here, we have our Doorbusters. So our Doorbusters, I'm really excited about. So we just got these in. This is the foam gun kit. So this was something that we made specifically for kind of like a Black Friday special. We wanted this to be fun. It just arrived as of yesterday. $35. This is a hose attached foam. We'll call it a foam gun, not necessarily
not for
cannon.
a pressure washer. Straight up on the hose.
But you attach it to your hose. I know you guys have seen these before. This is just going to be a perfect little kit for somebody that's getting into detailing or is looking for an option to lay down some soap without having a pressure washer. So it's going to come with the nozzle, it's going to come with the foam gun, and then it's also going to come with a gray chenille and also another variety of our liquidator that we made specifically for this sale. And so it's a 24 by 24 coming in at almost 1400 GSM. It's an awesome twist loop towel, and I think bang for the buck here, $35. This is just an incredible offer, especially if you pair it with like a BOGO on the Stjarnagloss line. Then going back, we also have some other Doorbusters there, including pearl applicator sponges, the Cyclone wheel mitt. We also have the Ultra wheel and body brush, and then we have a rip and rag on Doorbuster, the 30 count, along with the Spectrum for this is what I meant by there's 5 days left. Don't sleep on this stuff because things are selling out. And look what's happened now.
Yep.
I've been caught with my pants down. I've been caught with my sale information off. We are sold out of the Spectrum 25 pack. Dang it. We are sold out of the Dryer Wolf 2-pack. Dang it. We're so sold out of the Royal Blue Eagle Edgeless, the limited edition Royal Blue. Sold out of those.
It's just a matter of time.
Shoot. Well,
so
anyway, so moving
That's
on. Stock up on everything else. We also have new merch that's available right now. So we have the new 25th anniversary shirt that's available along with our performance zip hoodie. This hoodie is it.
People love these hoodies.
Sydney,
Sydney's wearing one right now.
I know,
What do you think?
I love it. I have the black and the green and love them. Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah, oh, totally. I could totally live in this all winter.
So we have black and green. I got myself a black one. Highly considering getting myself a green one because once these are gone, I believe these are gone.
We're not making anymore.
I don't think we're making more. At least Nate had not planned on making more. Mm-hmm. If they come back, they might come back in a different color. I have no idea, but I just know I've been wearing mine daily.
Yeah.
Since that video.
I'm just so excited we're offering green as a color because everything is always black when it comes to clothing because it's just, it's easy. Lots of people like it. It's generally accepted. It's like, well, it's slimming, all those things. But green is a fun color, and I'm so glad they brought that out. And it is like a sage. It's not it's not like a really deep dark green. It's more of a sage.
Yeah.
Dude,
totally.
it's such a cool hoodie. Yeah, it's like the nice stretchy fabric. Yeah. You'll love it. So then going back, we have, oh my gosh, they even like a full thing there. Yeah. We have, go back one more time, and then we're going to go and talk about our kits. So we did make some specific kits here, up to 41% off our kits. This is going to include the complete exterior wash kit, which is going to have everything you need to wash the exterior of your vehicle, minus the bucket. We're going to have the Armor Essentials kit, which is a killer deal if you're looking to try the Armor products for the first time. I don't think that there's a more comprehensive lineup there for a better deal, so you'll love that. We got the complete interior kit, saving 37% off there, which includes PNS products as well as some other cool combos of Armor and G-Technic. And then the Absolute Rinseless Wash Kit Can't pass that up. Killer deal. That does include the bucket, does include the grit guard, the USS, as well as the IK multi-sprayer. And then lastly, the Ultra Clay Kit for people out there that are a little obsessed with claying. Edgeless 300s, clay spray, TRC clay bar, and the clay towel. So kits are amazing as well. These are going to be great gifts. So outside of that, again, 20% off everything else at theragcompany.com, or almost everything else. And this is our biggest sale of the year. So that's it. This is the biggest sale of the year. So it's not like we're holding out on anything in a month and we're going to say, just kidding. We're not running a deal for the entire month or anything like that. Mm-hmm. We're giving you guys a window of opportunity to buy as much stuff as you can for the biggest discount. And then once this ends, we are coming up on Christmas and you'll be like, oh shoot, why didn't I get more Christmas stuff?
Yeah, you don't want to see that little sold out marker below the thing you want.
You'll be sad, and that Christmas tree is going to look really lonely without any gifts under it, especially premium detailing products. So just something to think about.
And while you think about that, let me also have you think about clicking that like button, because we're about to answer your detailing questions, and I know you guys want to get more of that action. Help us out by helping yourself out with a like. It really does everything we need. And subscribing. Now, moving along. How about I get these comments and questions going? We ready for that?
How about you do it, Dane?
All right, I'll do it. Okay, so starting things off, the one who shall remain nameless, but we always name him. Sydney, what are we going to name him today?
I don't know. A little turkey?
You just want to call him Turkey?
Or do we, I know the little turkey, or do we actually give him a name like
we can call him Little
Robert,
Turk.
Yeah.
All right. So, go ahead and read.
Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone from the sunny south coast of Massachusetts. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
We
appreciate
all looking
that.
forward to it.
Little Turk. Okay. Next up,
turkey.
I got Joey Belinsky. What's he saying, Anthony?
Happy Thanksgiving, TRC fam. I'm very thankful for the opportunity to be a Grand Ambassador this year and represent you guys to the best of my ability. Keep being the amazing people you are. Thank you, Joey. We appreciate you.
Much
JB,
appreciated,
rockstar.
sir. All right. We got Tamara Chase saying happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Tamara.
Thank you, Tamara. That was a very sweet card you sent.
Tamara, we got your card. Thank you so much. We love seeing the focus. Two-door focus. Dane pointed out the fact we don't see a lot of two-door focuses.
No, they're very rare.
around.
It was a limited time thing.
Yeah. So
that generation of the Focus Coupe. There were two-door hatches in the first gen, but in this case, not many of the coupe with the trunk.
It looks great. We love the Polaroids. That was a very special touch. Thank you so much for sending that. And a wonderful letter as well. We shared it with Lucas. We shared it with the rest of the team. Yes. And everybody was just thrilled. And so our scheme for our magnet plan will soon happen, and we'll be able to take over the entire Russo cabinet system with our magnets.
Gabe's been gone all week. We should have done it while he was out.
Should have done a lot of things while Gabe's been gone, but we've taken it easy.
Well, next up, I've got first from Puerto Rico,
Umberto. What's going on? Good to see you, bud.
With a hello. And then he says hello to literally everyone else. And then everybody says hello to him, and I'll find the first comment that's not that. All right, here we go.
Dino says, hello. What's up, boys and girls?
Howdy.
Dino, not a lot. Good to see you. We're here to answer questions.
Very chill.
Juice free. Mike is cool, but this is where I want to be. What up, first?
See, even he's saying hi to Umberto.
What's Mike? Who's Mike? Mike is cool.
Huh. Well, at least some Mike out there is live streaming right now. I don't know which one. Perhaps Mike Phillips, somebody? I don't know.
So next up here, following question, we got Carl F. saying, happy Thanksgiving to all. Happy Thanksgiving, Carl. We're looking forward to it. Turkey and ham all around. We got Shark Blue Turbo. Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey. And then we've got Shark Blue Turbo saying Q&A day is a good day. Agree.
Always, yep.
And I'm pretty sure we'll get to the questions here soon. It's just the beginning. There's always a lot of hellos to get to. So we got David Boyce here. Anthony, what's the dilution ratio using both Mata and snow to create coconut earth? My order arrived yesterday. So he's ready to make some coconut
David,
earth.
The combo is just 1-to-1, straight up. So just whether it's in a foam cannon, like let's just say if you have 500 mils of water and you're wanting to add like 150 mils of soap, do 75 and 75. You can do that. In a foam cannon, if you're doing it in a bucket, you can do, let's just say, 2 ounces of snow, 2 ounces of Mata. Mix it up. You'll get the full effect. It's just this very fragrant combination of like coconut and kind of like this earthy scent. It's just amazing. Yeah. Have fun with it though, but you have to combine the two. I recommend doing it with warm water if you can do warm water in like the bucket or foam cannon. And then if you take your pressure washer and or hose and then, froth up the bucket, right? It'll be extremely fragrant. Your neighbors will be walking around. They'll be, driving up to you and saying, "Mine next." And you're going to say, "No, this soap is too expensive to use on you. You don't even, you won't
appreciate it."
Yeah, you won't appreciate this.
To be fair, the warm water does make it smell better.
Yes, it does.
It just brings out the fragrance more.
It's like a candle warmer, but in a bucket.
CJ here, just saying happy Thanksgiving, and same to you, CJ. Then the Rag Company podcast. Oh, wait, I wrote that. All right, just making sure people know how the questions work. If you're new here, David Cervantes, yes. What's your guys? Question mark? I'm not sure. I think he's saying what's up.
Yeah.
Well, what's up to you? And then Sharp Blue Turbo picked up some Dragos from a local official reseller. They still had some. Those
blast
are
from the past, yeah.
A blast from the past. Those are hard to find now, so you're lucky. Neil here. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, TRC. Yes.
Neil,
so
thank you.
Making sure to address that it is not quite that day yet, but we're getting there. Juice free.
TRC will make an apron, one that is not microfiber.
I want an apron.
Well, here's what guys make an apron. Anna says, "What's up, everyone?"
Hey, Anna. Then we got Joey again.
Sydney with the good hair.
Yeah.
Is it? What do you call it?
I did do something different.
Is it a crimp?
Yeah.
Got like the
Is it a
wavies
crimp?
going
So
on
It's like
today.
it's a waiver.
It's like a wave. So when
It felt like I was going back to the 80s.
Was it the 80s
Yeah.
that the wave was in?
Yeah.
Is it more of like a crimp wave or like you know what I'm talking about? 'Cause
Yeah.
I've seen
No, it's
those.
it's like a crimping iron, but it's a waiver.
Okay.
I mean, it was like this thick, and it was like.
What do you do? Like, what's your process? You like dry shampoo first, and then what do you do?
Blow dried it, and then you do like sections, and you like.
Okay, a little bit at a time.
All right.
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
pretty cool.
Sydney with the good
Mix it
hair. I
up.
like it.
Yeah.
The notorious SBG. That's right, Anna. Then we've got, like the video, thank you, Shark. You're doing my job for me. I appreciate that. Aaron Bauer, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're going to get a lot of these, but we appreciate every single one. So thank you, Aaron. And Juice Free, what's up? Okay, everybody's just saying hi to everybody.
Dane,
Alex Stewart.
you have control over
I
this.
do.
Dane. You are the person putting them up on the screen.
But I'm also making sure that I don't miss anybody because I feel bad if I miss somebody.
Would you say you would have some guilt if you missed anybody?
Guilt would kick in. I don't enjoy that guilt. So
No,
I want to make
Dane.
sure
Yeah.
we give people an
Yeah,
equal shot here,
Okay.
even if the message is brief.
Alex Dewar says, "Everyone's favorite Canadian in the house. Love you all." Thank you, Alex. You actually might be our favorite Canadian.
I would say
That's
might
Definitely
be
my
presumptuous.
favorite. Definitely
Definitely,
my
but
favorite.
also
yeah,
favorite,
definitely,
yeah.
hands down. Yeah, no question. Yep.
Aaron says, "Love the blind test video. Hilarious reaction to the scents."
Yeah, you guys were huffing those.
So,
it was getting dangerous.
I want to point something out that we
a
did.
lot of concerned comments about how much you guys were smelling
Yeah.
those.
So I want to point something out. So we did another one just last week, right? And this one, we were really smelling the scents. And like I actually at one point kind of started getting lightheaded. I think we're gonna probably make a rule to where we're not gonna be huffing the scents too much because
you get one or two sniffs.
No, it's not good for you. I'm telling you this right now that you shouldn't be sticking your nose in bottles all day long and just trying to breathe in the chemicals.
Well, because you don't know what it is, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
it could be a glass cleaner or it could be an iron remover, right?
Well,
Yeah, it could literally
Yeah,
be
so you
burning
don't know
your
what
lungs
you're
and you
like-
don't know you're not supposed to.
Regardless of
sniff
what
that.
it is, if it's not, if it's anything other than a pH balanced soap,
Yeah.
right? You don't know what you're putting in your nose.
Right.
So just we're probably going to have to
Common
change it up in
sense.
the future because let's just say I felt some stuff in my lungs and I go, I don't think I want to
Yeah,
do that
not
again.
good.
Well,
So
and they'll be out of the bottle at some point during the thing. You'll get a chance to smell them then.
Right.
yeah,
So
I agree.
that way you're just not getting the concentrated form straight into your nostrils.
Yeah, I know. we're learning as we go. So thank
Yeah.
you though. We appreciate you watching.
Yes, appreciate that. Juicy Juice in the house. What a treat. Everybody talks about Juice here. I don't know who Juice is, but I know he's always popping in the comment sections. He's
Nah,
always
dude.
stirring something up.
Juice is a guy, man.
Juice is just a dude.
He's a guy.
Just a bro.
Carl F says, "What are you all thankful for in the car detailing space this year?"
What are you thankful for?
I have my answer. I didn't even have to think about it.
Really?
Hit
Wow,
us.
That easy.
Hit
yeah.
us.
Oh yeah, rehab, 100%.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love
I didn't
for
know you were.
rehab.
I didn't know you were gonna do a self plug there for
Well,
PNS. But
sorry, I
that's-
have to.
But we know she actually uses it and likes
Yeah,
it,
no,
so that's
I
not
have
a
to
question.
give a plug there because
Okay.
no, I mean literally, like, yeah, it's because obviously, like I work for PNS, but then I still run my detail shop full time, and so there's still like products that change my business.
Yeah.
And that is definitely one that.
Fair enough.
Product of the year in my book, 100%.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Anthony?
What am I thankful for in the detailing space this year?
If you're not sure, I can always throw an answer out there for myself, and you can think. for a
Okay,
minute.
hit me with. I want to hear what you're gonna say.
Okay, you're not going to like this. It's a total cop-out. But when it comes to it, I love the community. I love the fans. I love the people who are
course,
out
yeah.
there who
Boo.
just talk about stuff, whatever it is.
It's too nice
You
of an
guys turn
answer,
it
Dane.
into
Turn it up
the
to
place that we
11.
love.
Give us a real answer.
The people who are in the community who say less than nice things and stir up things, they're trying their best to just be a thorn in the side of people, and that can be a bummer sometimes, but usually they make themselves pretty obvious. So when it comes from a true place, like an authentic place, I believe that. I believe in you, and thank
But
you
know
for
what
watching.
we can be thankful for them though?
Yeah.
Is they help the algorithm.
They do.
So we can't be thankful for
Unfortunately,
those
negativity
people.
is what
Yes.
drives the algorithm. Clickbait drives the
Absolutely.
algorithm. And that's just kind of how things have
Yeah.
become cemented on YouTube is,
Yeah.
even if your video is ultimately positive, there's plenty of creators out there who put like a negative spin on the title or
Yeah.
thumbnail, something
Yeah.
to get people riled up, like
Right.
misspelling a word or something, so people correct them in the
Yep.
comments.
That's great.
And unfortunately,
great.
you're just being manipulated when that
Yeah.
happens.
Yep.
It's gross. But also, it's kind of the way of the world on YouTube, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
that's my slightly less than fully positive version of that. Is I've always got something to say about social media and the ways in which people choose to use it and manipulate other people. I find it kind of reprehensible at a certain point, but I also enjoy being on the good side of it, doing the positive things, really getting the positive community vibes out of it as well. So there's two edges to that sword.
Okay, gotcha. It's starting to feel
Yeah.
very personal.
Yeah, no, it's I live on the internet in the comment sections
comment
and
section.
in the groups online, and boy, I see
Dane.
some things. I see some things.
Dane, we're gonna get you some other hobbies, okay?
Like therapy.
Like therapy. You're going to the gym tonight. I'm super proud of you for
I'm
doing
going,
that.
I'm not going to any normal gym. I'm going to a strongman gym because
Hell
that's
yeah,
where
brother.
Glenn and Nick
Yes.
want to go. So I'm just going to go hang out and maybe
Yes.
lift like a freaking log or roll a tire or something. I don't know.
This
We'll
is
find
good
out.
for you.
I got
We need
noodle arms. I got to
this.
work on that. I'm a stocky boy, but I got to get these arms going. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, that's a big way off the beaten path there. You didn't need to hear all that.
You don't gotta tell me twice.
But you dodged. What's yours?
yeah.
I was trying to think of the prayer from the Fast and the Furious, where where he's sitting there like, "What are you thankful for?"
Yeah.
And I can't even remember where it went. Like it went like something fuel injection. Like
not a
like
detailing
I can't remember if he
community
said like
thing, though.
NOS or something like that. I wish I should know this because that's one of my favorite movies, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So I was gonna clasp my hands together and say I'm thankful for Swiss Trax flooring,
Yes.
Viper chairs,
Ah.
premium microfiber from the Rag Company.
There we go.
Amazing chemicals that have launched. I don't know what's going to go through this.
Speaking
whole
of
entire thing.
self-serving.
No, I think that I'm thankful for our grand ambassadors who've been killing it this
For
year.
real,
I'm
yeah.
thankful for those people out there who are putting in a lot of the groundwork and laying some foundational work as well.
Support them if you haven't checked.
And so
Really,
all of
go
our
check
grand
them out.
ambassadors are just phenomenal, and it's going to be, needless to say, it's going to be a pretty tough judgment round here in December. I don't know how the heck that's going to happen. I think I'm going to take.
Strong contenders.
I think I'm going to take those weeks off. I'm going to leave and I'm going to put that into Dane's hands and say,
Oh,
you pick the winner.
thanks.
you
Great.
you pick the winner. You do that.
Nobody will get mad at me or anything.
No, I'm going to go on vacation.
He's gonna go hide.
Next up here, we've got,
We got CJ.
says, I miss Levi. Do you miss Levi? I miss Levi too.
Oh man.
Is there a Levi Gates around here somewhere? Does he exist anywhere in this building?
But then he makes a very nice message where he's like, but if it's got to be Sydney, then he's fine with it.
Okay.
Catch you later, Levi.
All right. Well, we love Sydney too. We still love Levi. We also love
We
Sydney.
love Levi.
Jeff C. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. I just stocked up on a bunch of ADS products, a bottle of GFX and a gallon of R2R.
Nice.
Is there any chance of those new OPT products hitting the set by Monday? Negative. Yeah, not with the holiday. I know they're on order, but I think that because of the holiday, I think everything's shipping. There's going to be some shipping delays. I don't think they're going to get here in time. I wish they would. That would be great. But I would say, Jeff, if you want to order them, or you have my blessing to order them through OPT, but they will eventually be coming to TRC. So.
All right. Well, an answer is an answer. Carl.
Oh, Sydney.
Oh, Carl says, I got my 25 count of Royal Blue Eagle Edgeless 500s yesterday.
Do you love them?
You were one of the ones that got them before they sold out.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
awesome.
love them? What do you think of the color? Aren't they pretty?
They are
It's a
pretty.
beautiful towel.
It's really nice.
It was kind of weird because I remember when we first got them here, I walked into this dark room and Gabe was sitting here petting one of them, and I said, "What are you doing, dude?" And he
Yeah.
goes, "Just I want some alone time with these towels." And I said, "Okay, whatever."
I don't think we should
weirdo."
leave you alone with these towels.
Yeah, I said these are part of the sale. Give these back. to me."
Those are for paying customers. That's not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not your plaything.
What's
All
that?
right.
It's like called you can't test out the goods or you whatever. What's that
Oh,
called?
God.
There's a word for that.
No free rides.
Alex says, shout out to the BTS TRC fam. Yep.
For sure. And then I got a what up, Jeff from Juice Free. I'm just getting a bunch of hellos here. Anna, yes, Anna is correct. The shipping and customer service teams pay the bills, and that is truth. And in a way, the show was originally designed to be a form of customer service before we had an official customer service department. That's how long Q&A has actually been going on.
Yeah.
Just in case you weren't aware.
True.
But, you get some here, you get some there. Either way, we got you covered. David Boyce. What's David saying here, Sydney?
Hey, what do you know? It's the mother of the real Magnus.
I'm not familiar with that
Me
one.
either. Oh, no, actually, I think what he means is...
What
on
is
a
the
cou-
reference?
I think he means, I think I spilled the beans a couple episodes ago that Mike's fake name was Magnus, right?
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh.
So I think that's what he
Okay.
means because,
Huh.
yeah, I mean, that's the only other time I've heard of the
Gotcha.
word Magnus is that is my husband's code name.
Then that must
which is
be
now no
it.
longer such a code, but
Well,
I
if
think
David
I
knows
did,
it, it's not a secret.
Yeah,
then.
I did spill that at one point.
Whoops. All right. We've got
Nick.
Joey here.
Nick, I don't want to go. Can we go back to that camera angle? Can we? I hate that.
She looks so short next to you. When in reality, you guys are about the
It's because you have a
same
nest
height.
built underneath you.
No,
I didn't get the
dude,
nest.
just I'm wearing it. So I got this shirt in from my friends over at Nitto Tire, right? And it's a 2XL.
Did they take your measurements first?
No, it's a 2XL. It's a pretty
It is
big
a little
shirt,
big,
dude.
yeah.
And so I got this, and
little
I thought to myself, like,
tent.
yeah, I
It's
thought
a
like,
tent.
I'm like, it maybe won't be that big today. And I was running a little bit late, so I just threw it on. I didn't even wash it. I just
You
threw it
forgot
on.
it
the
was Q&A
packaging.
today, didn't you?
And then I gotta get to work and I go, crap, this is a pretty big shirt. And so I'm just
boy.
looking at that angle and I go,
Oh no!
I'm losing weight. And I'm still looking like I'm 500 pounds on camera. So
Tell me about it, brother.
okay, Sydney looks petite though next to me here, looking like Shrek.
Middle of the frame is very flattering, so you got that.
Joey
going for you, which
Blinsky.
is nice.
Then we have the what do we name this guy? Kent.
Oh, the little Turk.
The
Little
little
Turk,
turkey,
that's what it
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have another use for the scan grip headlamp. I'm over here doing some yard cleanup in the dark before the nor'easter hits tomorrow.
Good old storm,
Dude,
yeah.
I use my skin grip for pretty much everything. I mean, outside and inside. It's amazing. You know, going up into my attic space, working under cars, taking the trash out. Like it's an incredible light. Yeah. Is that 20% off right now? It might be.
It might be one of the
It might be, or it
things.
might be not one of the things. I'm
Try
sorry.
applying the code and see what
I'm
happens.
sorry I didn't come prepared enough for that thought. But if it is 20% off,
It'll take somebody like 5 seconds to check.
Yeah,
so
buy a
I'm
headlamp.
I'm sure they'll know before the end of this stream. Alex Dewar, hose gain strong.
as
Yes.
usual.
CJ, we need to make one of those. We've got Joey caught with what down now? Oh, right. Yeah, that was Anthony talking earlier. Alex,
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no, this is just devolving.
Okay.
Do you guys
Okay,
have
still
yeah.
trying on the apron.
So
Juice free.
Juice Free says, do you guys have an apron, one that is not made of microfiber? Do you have one that's made of microfiber? I would like that, but
We
no.
made a version a long time ago with the Junkman.
Oh, yeah.
We made him like an eagle edgeless apron.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of crazy.
I wouldn't mind a twist loop apron.
A twist loop
Yeah, if
apron
anybody's
would actually
listening.
be
Actually
better
wouldn't mind that.
because the problem with the eagle edgeless one, while it feels great,
Right.
everything sticks
Well,
to
and
it.
it probably creates like static between you and the car. Yeah.
Yeah. A
No, I
twist
would
loop
love
would be
that
less
because I
likely
wipe
to
my
do
hands
that.
on my pants all the time, so I would actually be
Yeah.
down for a
Well,
twist loop, like
and
an
if-
FTW. Yeah.
If you accidentally rub a car, you're
Yes,
just
yeah.
drying it.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to snag a hoodie pronto, Alex.
Yes,
That is a
you do.
good idea.
Yes.
We got a lot of fans of those here,
Yes.
especially on the new style. Man, Juice Free, still asking for the apron, not giving
Yeah,
up.
he's determined.
Yeah, so we got Days Forever car was also a shade of green. Thank you, Alex.
Oh, the forever car.
Oh,
Every
man.
car is a forever car.
Ah, there's the lads. Yes, thank you, Ira. Appreciate seeing you here. And then we go, I meant professional car washing. Ah, okay. So we got a lot of that back and forth talk from between them and Juice. Just keeps going. Oh, wait a second. This guy, what's he doing in the chat?
Josh
Hey, what's
Petro,
What? You're right over there, buddy.
fellow TRC team member. What's going on, dude?
You little
All right.
pumpkin.
There we go, Juice Free.
Is
I
that
want a
his-
rag
is that his
company
name?
apron.
Pumpkin?
Yeah,
What is
Peaches.
it? Oh,
Peaches is his nickname.
Peaches, we
Yeah.
call him
I always
Peaches.
get that wrong.
Pumpkin.
And then Alex making puns from Juice Free's name. Concentrate, dude. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
And then he says, okay, I'm going to get it together. I'm just totally going down the rabbit hole with these. Okay, let's keep trying. Where are we going to... This is all this is? All these comments? Wow, I make it to page 2 now. Ah, David Boyce. Mike Phillips, yes, Dr. Beasley is live streaming. That answers that. I had a feeling, of all the
okay.
mics in the industry, I felt like
Okay.
Phillips is probably the one who's live streaming.
have
then.
both tabs open. Enjoy us
Yeah.
both at the same time.
You are allowed to have multiple tabs. That's a thing.
Make it a
You can
foursome.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's stopping.
Next up here, we've got what are y'all Thanksgiving's plans, Dane?
Yes. Thanksgiving plans include meeting up with a whole bunch of family at my cousin's house tomorrow. It'll
Okay.
be their first time at their new house down kind of Dry Creek area. So that'll be neat. They haven't hosted ever before. So,
Really?
Yeah, no, it'll be a whole new thing. So
Okay.
I don't know what to expect, but should be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Very
Little
fun.
chaotic maybe, but fun.
Okay.
You know,
Very
should be a
cool.
good time. How about you guys?
So I make the entire dinner myself, so I'm so excited about it. It's my favorite day all year. I love to cook Thanksgiving dinner, and I have a spreadsheet that says
you
like,
called it your Super Bowl.
Yes, it is my
So,
Super Bowl.
yeah.
Yes. So I usually I start on Wednesday. I'm a little bit late starting today, but I think I have everything so organized. So I have a spreadsheet that says like what time each dish needs to be made, what cooking apparatus it's going in, when it needs to be prepared, when it needs to go, in the oven or the crock pot, whatever it's going in. So yeah, it's like a game for me, and I'm like
It's a
game
full
on.
operation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I'm always like, we sit down to dinner and we eat, and then I'm like, wow, that was a lot of work for this. But I love Thanksgiving. I love making everything. I love doing it my way. And it's just the 4 of us and then one friend. So we're not doing any extended family this year. I'm so excited
Okay.
about that.
You get to keep it a tighter circle, a
Yes.
little more chill.
Yes.
It's kind of nice.
Football. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
then we're all going to the Boise State game on Friday.
Oh.
So I'm super excited about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
pretty nice. How about you, Anthony? You sticking at home, or are you going to families, or what's going on?
Good question, Dane. So, as far as I know, as far as what's been planned, tomorrow.
It's gonna happen tomorrow. so
Tomorrow,
happen.
I hope you're ready for
I will
whatever.
be.
It is.
I will be on a plane. I'm gonna be going down to California, IA. I'm gonna be going down to Southern California, right?
Ooh.
The deep South, the true
Oh.
South, as some would say. Fan boating, possibly, right? Maybe
Okay.
some gators down there, right?
Still warmer down
Yeah,
there.
maybe is it crawfish season? I can't remember. I think anything that ends in an ER is crawfish season.
Okay.
Or is it the opposite?
Hmm.
I can't remember.
Only one way to know for
Anyway,
sure.
so going down to the deep South, we're gonna be going to visit my sister in Oceanside. She's got her Dutch Bros stand down there, so we're gonna go visit her, spend a couple days, do Thanksgiving down there. I think actually
Oh.
on Thanksgiving Day, We're going to go try to find a spot to eat. And then on Friday, we're going to have like a small Thanksgiving dinner-ish or lunch at my sister's apartment.
So you flying out like tonight or tomorrow, or what's going on?
Tomorrow morning, actually.
Okay.
And then Saturday, I believe the plan is just to kind of have a chillax day. I don't know if we're going to the beach or anything like that. I don't know if it's cold down in Oceanside right now, possibly. But then after that, taking a short jaunt over to Anaheim.
Well, there's only a few reasons people go to Anaheim.
Yeah, well, it's, a few different things, right?
Yeah.
And
few different things.
And one of them might be medieval times, right? So we might go do that. But then the plan is on Sunday to go to Disneyland, right? So we're going to go to...
Who are you going with?
The Magic Kingdom. It's going to be my family. So my wife and my daughter, and then my parents and my brother and my sister and my brother-in-law. It's going to be a few
people.
Wow.
It's going to be a full operation there. So
we're going to foot the bill for all of them, or are they kind of splitting it up?
Everybody pays for themselves. We're grown-ups now.
Okay. I'll just
I might buy a couple churros for people,
I'm
but
seeing how charitable everybody's being,
So the plan is to go to Disneyland, and hopefully my body can physically withstand a day at Disneyland, because after that there's 2 more days, which is going to be...
Are you changing your shoes up like each day?
I think I'm going to be bringing extra shoes with me into Disneyland, and whatever the heck is going to do.
Hide them in the stroller or something.
Yeah. We're going to... I think we're also going to do some California Adventure one of the days, and then go back to the Magic Kingdom for possibly another one of the days. So it's going to make a full Disney trip before the weather completely, gets too cold. And what's also funny is that not only am I going to be down in Anaheim enjoying all of the Disney amenities, but a friend of the program, Levi J. Gates,
no way,
is going to be in Disneyland at the same time that I'm going to be there.
What?
The unfortunate part is that we're going to the opposing kingdoms on opposite days. So when I'm in the Magic Kingdom, he's in California Adventure, and when I'm in California Adventure, he's in the Magic Kingdom.
You guys couldn't coordinate that?
We tried. It was the way things were set up. I think it was just like there's no way to flip it, honestly. I don't want to do 2 days in California. The only way I could do it is if we flipped it or they flipped it. And and his family is very adamant about what they want to do.
Okay.
My family is less adamant, but I don't want to do 2 days in California Adventure. There's not enough to do there. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to come home. And so I think I'm looking forward to it, and hoping my body makes it through it. I got this fancy new SI sacroiliac joint belt thing that I'm trying out, and it seems to be helping pretty well. So it's... call it my pregnancy belt, but it's doing its job. Next up,
Joey wants everybody to know he has never coconut earthed his bucket before.
Well, you got
Neither
to.
have I, Joey.
Do it. Coconut earth that bucket, dude.
And then he proceeds to suddenly turn this into an opportunity to pitch that he's got Dragos and other people don't. And he's happy to sell them for a heavily inflated price.
Super inflated.
I'm not helping a sales pitch in here.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Alex Dewar beating him by 1 cent.
Yep.
Well,
That's
hold
true.
on. Your money would be Canadian, though.
No, I know. Well, the
the
conversion, though, you have to understand. I mean, that's like, if he has $80 in USD, right? I mean...
I was going to say, if he's selling them in
like 1999
Canadian dollars, then people are getting a deal, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Anna. What would y'all's step-by-step process and products be if you wanted to use Crystal Wash and wanted to foam? Sydney.
So, important, you want to use Crystal Wash on a dry vehicle. So you do not want to pre-rinse. So even if the car is... you wouldn't want to do it if it was like really dirty, like super covered in mud, because then the mud's going to absorb the Crystal Wash. But you want the Crystal Wash on a dirty car, essentially, dry. So you spray it with Crystal Wash and you let it dry as much as you can. It doesn't have to be perfectly dry to be effective. But the way Crystal Wash works is it attaches to the surface, attaches to the contamination, and it actually makes it no longer available to be attached to the surface. So you want to kind of give it time to dry and crystallize around the contamination. And then I personally just foam right over it. I don't rinse the Crystal Wash off. Some people do, but it's honestly a totally unnecessary step. You're just wasting water and wasting time.
Yeah. And you just foam
and so you foam right over it. And then I know there's the whole thing on whether you should rinse foam off and then bucket wash. I go straight to my contact wash because I'm all about efficiency. But if you foam it, feel free to then rinse and then go into your contact wash. But regardless, don't rinse the crystal wash off. Foam right over the crystal wash.
I realize there's probably a debate there, but just in my
Yeah.
layman's opinion when it comes to that,
Yeah.
by rinsing it off, you're not really doing much that simply
Right.
going in with a physical touch wouldn't do on its
Right.
own. If anything, you're washing off potentially helpful lubricants from the surface
Yes,
before you go and
exactly.
apply that.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a little backwards from what people think they're doing. They
Yeah.
think that they're helping it along and making it cleaner by doing that first, but it's really, it's adding time, it's adding a step.
Yeah. Not
And
necessary.
unless you're using, frankly, really bad wash media that's going to scratch stuff up, you shouldn't be experiencing that.
Yeah.
I mean, chances are if you're doing that kind of wash, you already made sure
Yeah.
to tackle the especially bad parts ahead of time, pre-soak them, give them a chance to break down.
Yeah.
It's kind of common sense stuff at that time. But for people who are learning, just stuff to keep in mind.
Yeah.
All right. You know, I can contribute to this program too, just in case anybody's wondering. Joey.
Says you got to keep that nose in tip-top shape, Anthony. I agree with
yeah.
you.
Geez, that
Yeah,
would
they're
be-
worried about
yeah.
all the...
You guys are huffing as if you have those Canadian health care. Oh man, I
the
know.
product testing video.
That's true.
Those are great videos, though. Like, I'm really enjoying those.
They're
They're
fun.
very
Yeah.
long, but they give people a really good insight into what actually happens when we're actually testing products from different companies and stuff.
Yeah.
Not like we go and record every time we do that, but it does give people an idea anyway. And watching
Yes.
you guys debate is one of the funnest things.
It's a little bit more in real time as well, I think. So it's
Yeah.
like you get the full effect.
because you haven't experienced this stuff prior,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're getting a sensation that you're like, oh, I feel like I know this product because I have used it before, but it's not. It is blind, so they really don't know what they're getting. The only person who knows is Jimmy, who's putting the videos together. That, and I knew the most recent one. And I was really excited for them to do it. So when that comes out, oh boy, you guys are gonna have fun with that.
If you guys like the coconut, then you need to try the PNS Essence Coconut Lime Absolute. It's amazing.
Yes.
I use it to keep my garage smelling nice.
Amen.
Earthy.
Yes.
Love it. All
Essence.
day,
Yeah.
every day.
Love that.
Essence. You have to say essence, like you have to whisper it. Yeah. Alex says, guys are having chemicals like you have okay, gotcha.
Yep. Do coconut.
And then Joey says, spray my office down with that stuff every day.
Heck yeah.
And then Sydney.
Sydney, could you convince Dave to make a peppermint scent chemical for the holidays? Maybe Absolute or Pearl Special Edition. KCXGFX got me in a chokehold in the winter. So here's the deal, because we do get this question a lot, and I don't know how other companies are so on top of it. You know, like Adams, Chemical Guys, those who do
The
those
timely
special
release stuff.
Yeah,
You
because
gotta have that ready
honestly,
so far in
yeah,
advance.
you'd have to have a peppermint one ready like in July. Honestly,
to make it work.
yeah,
at the
because
scale
you've got to
guys
have
are
it
doing.
to be able to go to, like, what is it? We're always at SEMA when the Starbucks holiday ones drop. So, I mean, you've got to be ready, because we have to get it to our distributors. They have to be able to get it to people before technically the holidays, right? So you'd have to have it ready to go like in October. And that goes for every season and every scent. Like, you'd have to be ready so far ahead of the game. And
You got to store it somewhere too,
yeah,
which is a challenge.
right?
When you have
And then
other
you have
products
no
that
idea how much to make,
occupy
right?
Space.
So last year, fun fact, we did have it was peppermint scented, wasn't it? Defender last year.
There was a special
Remember,
edition. I know you
yeah.
guys did like the Shamrock
It just
version
didn't. Yeah.
before.
So the Defender last year just didn't. It was a special gift. It was not for sale. Because that was something that we could make last minute and not have to get,
limited run
Yeah,
though. It's not
yeah.
like you made enough for like a full
Yeah.
release. That is a different animal, and that's kind of it. Like
Right.
what Aaron's asking for is something a little more substantial, something that's like
Yeah.
for general audiences to be able to go buy from their distributor
Yeah.
or online.
Yeah, it's just hard because we would have to have it ready by like September, October to get it on sale for time, and then. That's a difficult game. I don't know how they do it, honestly. I mean, I don't know how they do it. We like to be down, like PNS likes to work down to the wire.
Sure. And this is kind of inside baseball, but
Right.
you also have
Yeah.
to think like when you eventually make it past whatever said holiday
Right.
is,
Yeah.
and you've still got a bunch left over, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
now what do we do?
What do you do?
And you got to
Yeah.
wait until literally next year
Yeah.
before we bring it out, because otherwise it looks kind of sad.
Yeah.
If you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Christmas in July,
Right.
and we're whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It does happen though from time to time. That's not to say never expect to see something. I'm
Yep.
sure if they wanted to,
Yeah.
they could do it, but it would require a lot of commitment
Yeah.
to the bit.
Yeah.
And not knowing how that would turn out
Right.
would cause them to kind of pause probably on doing something like
Yeah. Yeah. I can certainly to ask him, but
that. Doesn't mean we don't want it.
yeah.
We'd certainly like it.
Yep.
Alex
All right.
says Rehab, best compound liquid in the world.
Oof.
Period.
Bold words.
Bold words, Alex. Okay.
So great.
Yeah.
Next up, Anthony is thankful for homies laying down. I am, dude. I literally, I couldn't have done that without them.
I need some homies to come lay down my Swiss tracks. You know what? It's been on my porch since the end of June.
That's ridiculous.
Sitting
Sydney.
in boxes
How
on
many
my
boxes?
porch. I don't know, like 40,
You should
Not
make
40
Gabe
boxes.
do it.
maybe 20, maybe 20.
But enough.
But I need somebody to
Make
come
Gabe
lay
do
down my Swiss tracks.
Make Gabe do it. Gabe will
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, is he fast? I just need it
He
to happen in-
actually is fast.
He cuts and measures pretty well. I mean, he
So-
did a good job lining it up in his
So
garage.
Keith
for
laid
sure.
my shop
Yeah.
in 2 hours flat.
What?
2 hours flat.
That
And yeah.
garage in two.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now I just need that other side done. So I need some.
I'm just thinking about what
So-
that makes our operation look like in
My-
your garage, Anthony.
The only
Keith
thing
kicked
that,
our
and that,
butts.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to nitpick too much because honestly, I didn't do anything. But, but the one side that Gabe, so the first side, like we killed it on, right? Like all the cuts were perfect. The back of the wall, all the cuts were great. But so once we started slowing down, like we started trying to watch that Mike Tyson fight, which was the saddest thing in the world.
But we spent so much
but-
time just waiting for a connection.
We had
It was
also
so sad.
eaten the
Yeah.
Dave's hot chicken, so
Yeah.
we're all kind of like full and kind of getting tired because Dave's hot chicken makes you tired. We didn't think about that.
It's like tryptophan. in
Why
there or
did we not
something.
like?
Oh
Why
my
did we not
gosh.
think about that before we taking on this job? But regardless, everybody started slowing down. So then Gabe's like, "Oh, we got to finish this other side," and he starts measuring things and handing the things to Jimmy for Jimmy to cut. And I kind of walk over to the wall and I look at the pieces he laid that he has cut to fit up against the
Uh-huh.
the wall there, and I go, "What the heck, Gabe? Like it's all like."
Yeah.
It's kind of like all over the place. And he goes, "What do you want?" He was like, I think it's good enough." And I'm like,
When you glance, you don't
Oh
know.
no.
No, it's so far we'll never even see. But yeah, I love it though. I really, really do love it. And I did change a light bulb. I had a light bulb go out. One of my Sunco wraparound lights finally
Oh.
went out, and I changed it on my own. I did
Okay.
that on
Good
my own, which I'm
job.
really excited about.
But
I can't
shout
believe I'm
out to
saying that,
Brodel,
but
shout out Gabe, shout out Jimmy,
Jimmy, yeah.
for all the work they did. And I was there for emotional support and for running the
Nice.
TV.
It's just what's so funny is like in my head was like Swiss Tracks party. The boys come over, we get food, we have the TV
it was
on
a
in the
fun
garage.
concept until one thing suddenly became reality.
Yeah,
What was
the
that?
fact that we're using a freaking table saw
Indoors on a
Oh.
super cold
indoors,
evening.
and it was cold out, and I forgot. I go, shoot, this is loud.
So
and
every time Jimmy would need to
Oh.
cut something, all right, get the headphones back on, ear protection, all that
Oh,
stuff, because
wow.
you're in
Yeah.
an echo chamber. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
dude,
Yeah.
it got super loud.
I mean, it's
and
obvious to
so-
anybody who's done this, but we literally just didn't think about that aspect before doing this whole
Yeah,
thing.
and so, anyways, I'd probably say the best time to lay Swiss Tracks would be probably spring, summer,
When you can have
early
the
fall.
doors open, you
Yeah.
can kind of get out of the space where the saw's running.
But we made it work. It looks awesome. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it looked really good.
It makes such a big difference. Worth the money. It's hard to swallow, but
Your garage actually looks like finished once it's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to how it
Yeah.
looked before.
agreed.
And it looked nice before, but it just transformed.
Thank you,
it.
Daniel. Two Fresh Detail Studio says, "Hi everyone. Happy pre-turkey day. I have a question for SBG. How did you get connected with PNS with your role with
Oh.
them?"
Well,
It's
story
actually,
time.
Yeah, it's actually a good story. So, gosh, what was that? 2017, 2018. So I had obviously gotten connected with the rag company, and I used to go down there a couple times a week to ask questions. So I would come in, and Levi, that was kind of when they were building, bringing in a lot of chemicals and things, like they were constantly getting new stuff. And so I want to say it was probably towards the end of 2017. Levi had called me and said, "Hey, I have a new product in. I want you to try it out." And it was bead maker. And so I came down, got a pint of it, and I think I bought a pint of Terminator as well. So when they first brought in PNS, it was just a handful of items, like 3 or 4. And so I took it home, used the bead maker, loved it. And then I just wanted more. And then I loved the Terminator, and I think I got Pearl soap as well. And so loved all those things and wanted more. And I actually somehow found Express Interior, and I was ordering it from Auto Geek in Florida, and it would take like 2 weeks to come. And for anybody that knows my story, I used to literally only order what I needed that week for supplies. And so that was just my habit. And so it was really hard for me to get Express. And so I want to say it was at the end of 2018, Rennie had come to the rag company to do, the Swirl Killer tour or whatever that was. So I met him briefly at that, and then went and saw the PNS team at SEMA. And then in early 2019, the team was coming to the rag company actually to launch Breakbuster in the double black line. And when I heard that they were coming, I heard that Dave was coming, the chemist, and he was who I really wanted to talk to. And so I actually got to TRC before they did. And because I had some feedback on some products, and I had some questions on why other products were so darn hard to get. And so I really just wanted to talk to Dave. And so pretty much that morning at TRC, I'll never forget, it was in the little storefront, and I just came in like a wrecking ball, and, was just asking a million questions and, chatter about 10 o'clock. No, it was probably like 9:30 that night, 10 o'clock. I got a call from Bob asking if they could come see my shop. They were actually staying in an Airbnb in my neighborhood. And at that point, I absolutely freaked out because
oh no, they're going to see this.
Yeah. Like I was like, it's my garage. Like it's literally my garage. And they were like, no, that's great. And at that point I'm thinking, they see all these fantastic shops everywhere.
You guys see all these baller
like,
shops.
oh my gosh, I'm cooked. And so they came over, and so it was Dave, Rennie, and Bob, and they stayed for about an hour. My kids were much younger at the time. I mean, this was 6 years ago. And, they sat out there with us, and we just talked forever, and it was awesome. And they, they kind of heard my story. They saw my neighborhood. And then about 2 weeks later, I will never forget, I was just finishing up doing a detail, and my phone rang, and the iPhones, if you've ever gotten an email from somebody, it will say like maybe,
Oh yeah.
And so it was like, whatever phone number, and it said Hayward, California, and it said maybe Robert Phillips. And I was like, okay, this is weird. So I answered, and he basically was just like, your spirit and your attitude is so great, and and honestly, he was like, I have no idea what I want you to do, but, we'd love to have you part of our team. Like, we don't necessarily have a job, but, we'd love for you to be part of our team, and we'll figure it out along the way. And
it's kind of the approach we used to take with people.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, it worked, because then it just gave me the opportunity to, look at the organization and figure out where I could help and where I could help them shine. And so that kind of very quickly, it morphed into COVID. And so then there was the necessity for, like you said, Dane, customer service. Yeah. And so the only way that we could connect with our end users was to be online. And so then I started my show, Beadmaker and Coffee, very, very early on in 2020. And then just, and because I do, and I'll keep it easy, but I'm literally a critic of all products, right? Yeah. And so Dave found that very helpful. And so, then I really got into the doing, helping with product development and ideas, and, critiquing it, making sure that it was the best out there. And, then I took over the social media, and I do a lot of the trainings. I travel, I do all sorts of stuff. So it just kind of morphed into everything that I do now, which, it was just everybody pick up, whatever's your best part. And so, so it's been a wild ride, but it's been almost 6 years now. It's pretty crazy.
It is crazy. Time flies, man. Yep. I remember the early days. It was fun. Yeah. Sid would come in, hang out at the shop.
Yeah. I'm sure Dane remembers back in the day when they were on Chinden. Yeah. And do you remember that? I would literally, I'd buy like 2 towels for $4.
Yep.
I would buy an 8-ounce bottle of O&R. Yep. And I would maybe buy like one other thing. I would spend like less than $24.
Yeah. I'd have you check out at the front or whatever.
Yep. And it was like every week. And I would only buy enough
But yeah, it was
so
like
that I
you were
had
coming in all the time.
Yeah.
You're just getting itty bitty
yeah,
amount.
because I didn't want to buy too much because I needed a reason to have to come back next
You weren't
week because I
hoarding
knew
it,
I'd
yeah.
have more questions. And so I
That's
would
why.
literally just buy enough so that I would have a reason to have to come back. And it does make me laugh
Well,
now.
you made
It
an
absolutely
impression
makes me laugh.
when you left a little like flyer for your car
Oh,
show.
yeah, yeah.
And then we kind of found out like, oh, she does this car show. This
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
kind of got to know more. And then we actually saw the car show. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is serious.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah.
It was,
yeah,
it was
so that
cool.
was 10 and a half years ago. Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, it's been a wild ride. Lots
For
of
sure.
fun.
No,
Nuts.
it's always fun to hear these old stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you for asking. That was a good question too, Fresh. I got G Davis. Oh, here comes G. What's he saying?
I'm thankful that Dane has invited me and my family to his house to watch his Blu-ray director's cut of Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, gosh.
Dane, that's too
funny.
kind of you.
Oh, that's really kind, G.
Howdy, folks, says
Hey.
HM Auto Detailing. What's
Nice
going
to
on?
see you here. And we got Juice here just telling us we are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Juice.
For whatever you did there. Neil Dane, did you see Gladiator 2? Plan on going tomorrow night. If you like it, I'll like it. Neil knows I can be a critic about these things.
Mm-hmm.
I did see Gladiator 2 with my brother a few days ago. I wanted to go see it with Anthony. Timing didn't quite work
Yeah.
out. I apologize for that.
Yeah.
But my brother and I saw it over the weekend. My quick note on it would be not as good as the original because, of course, how could it be? The original is such a classic and so wonderful. The editing on this one felt a little strangely paced at times, and some of the characters got a little cartoonish. Things got a little silly in places, but overall, they aren't making too many epic movies like this anymore, especially with like Ridley Scott attached to it and stuff. So it still has that epic scale and feel. It's just kind of got a little more of a modern sheen on it, but they made some choices that felt more like the early 2000s kind of vibe, which I like, kind of throwback epic feeling. So that was neat to see. Is it the best movie I've ever seen? No. But was it worth watching once? Yeah, absolutely. At least watch it once, I would definitely say.
Okay, so Dane says it sucks, basically. So don't waste your time.
No.
Yeah.
I give it like a
No,
7.5.
You'd rather watch something Wonder Emporium, Mr. Begorium's Wonder.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
I saw those in the indie theater too.
Yeah. Whatever.
Not
Whatever.
not
Freak.
for everybody.
Next up. Gobble gobble says
Neil knows good
JoJo.
taste.
Says JoJo.
Man, I can't wait.
Man,
I
JoJo,
can't
nice to
wait.
see you here. Juice free in a world.
Mm-hmm.
We got HM Auto Detailing.
Happy Turkey Day to the neighbors to the south.
All right.
Okay.
Are we the neighbors to the south?
I don't
Is he in
know.
Canada?
I don't think so. I can't remember. And that's because you're a strong man, Dane.
Aw, thanks,
I
buddy.
don't know when that's in response to.
I think
It
it's
was in
him going to
response
the
to going to
strongman
strongman
gym. Yeah.
I'm not a strong man yet, but I will be.
Yeah.
All
Neil
right.
White says Anthony has to be happy his back is healed up. That is definitely something to be.
Don't even
so-
get him started.
So don't
You
get me
want to
started
hear a
on that.
long,
boy.
meandering story you're about to
Yeah.
Yeah,
get.
no, I'm not gonna go down that path. My back has healed, but the
It's
pain,
everything else.
well, not the pain, but there's other dysfunctions happening in
Stuff
my.
you can't really say on the
No,
right
it's just
program.
I think it's like hip related. I'm sure it's probably part of the healing process. It just sucks that it still is like I would just like to be back to doing all of my normal things, yet
Yeah.
I'm still kind of like nursing this thing. So I'm at a nerve pain for the most part, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I'll be thankful for that. Next up here, we've got...
Just for thanking you for doing the prayer from Fast and the Furious while I'm dying.
Yeah, I can't remember what the heck it was, but I just loved that.
Something
man.
about Coronas and family.
Please let Dane pick the winner.
Joey just wants to see what kind of pushback I get. Neil.
I didn't have happy for microfiber towels over my back is healed up from Anthony.
Surprising, right? Well, if it was healed up, he would have said
Right,
that. But
yeah.
unfortunately, it's a saga that continues.
What is the line though? It's like direct port fuel injection, or like
It is so cringy.
It's like there's
great.
like a
Whoever
handful
wrote
of
it.
things he says, which is just the funniest thing. But Yeah, anyways.
There's something about, fuel injection, but also something about carbs, I think.
Yeah.
It was definitely just like, here's a bunch of automotive words we need to loop into something.
There's all the Coronas on the table, which sounds delicious. I think they had barbecue chicken and Coronas.
I'll say this sounds pretty good.
That sounds pretty good, dude.
I ain't even mad. That sounds
I haven't
all right.
had. When's the last time that you had?
I'm not too proud or too special.
When's the last time that you had like true like barbecue thigh legs and like chicken like that on a barbecue? Think like charcoal,
homemade style, like in a park kind of
charcoal,
thing.
like in a park. Because like burgers, hot dogs, that's always something that we do. But
chicken's more of a choice.
My mouth is like watering right now, dude.
Look at him go.
I'm thinking
I
about.
actually ordered it on DoorDash a couple Fridays ago.
What, barbecue chicken?
Yeah, and
from where?
What's the place in Eagle? The Bodacious Pig.
Oh, Bodacious Pig.
Yeah, and I just randomly selected barbecue
that?
chicken.
Okay, was it good?
Yeah, I got like
they have
little
excellent tri-tip there.
Yeah, but it was like the whole leg, and
dude, why can't
all right?
Like
we're just making these guys hungry.
Why can't Thanksgiving food be like barbecue chicken and Coronas?
It would be kind of fun. I mean, you determine what your Thanksgiving dinner looks like.
No, but I'm married to my wife is very traditional.
Ooh, that would be me too.
Who she wants turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy.
There are
stuffing,
guardrails here. You cannot go outside.
Corn casserole.
I would be highly inflexible.
Things like that.
Highly inflexible. I like that.
Yes.
All right. And on that note, we've hit the halfway point because guess what? There's still a second half coming. Not to worry, though. We aren't going far. It's just a little snack break, pee break, whatever you got to do. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Hello, and welcome to the second half of Q&A, not Thursday, because it's Wednesday, here at the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. As always, I've got Anthony Fisher to my far left over there, and today we also have a guest, wonderful Sydney Gwinn here, sitting in the middle and helping us answer your detailing questions, and I'm Dane, but you knew that. Anyway, moving along, we have many questions here to get to, but was there any kind of housekeeping stuff before we get any further here? Are we just good to go?
I think we're good to go.
We're ready.
All right.
We're ready.
Well, let me get Anna Longfield here.
There it is. Thank you, Anna. Dear Heavenly Spirit, thank you. Thank you for providing us with direct port nitrous injection, 4-core intercoolers, and ball-bearing turbos, and titanium valve springs. Thank you. That's it, dude. I love that. That's hilarious. Next up here, we've got Anthony, Dane, and I are going to have a Zoom meeting to decide the winner of the Grandmaster of the Year.
Wow.
Okay, I could probably involve Mr. Alex Dewar in this, yes.
I mean, as, what one of the early examples of said, award, he would know a thing or two about it.
I have a lot of people, though, that are pitching their, not people that aren't in the program who are just like, hey, I'm voting for this person, like, if that helps. And I go, not really. I mean, everybody can vote. Everybody can vote for whoever they want it, but it's really going to come down to the ringer there, I guess, the final bits.
G. Davis, I went to a Pilates class today for the first time, and when the instructor used the terms aloof and dismissive, I immediately thought of Anthony. Oh, to anybody who's not used to the chat, G. Davis always brings us the most wonderful comments.
Aaron says, with how well rehab is being reviewed, can't wait to hear about the updates to the current polished compounds line or new products, something similar to Rupa's Advanced.
There you go. Good ideas.
Okay.
Then Josh McKay
says, thankful for Rippin' Rags.
So are we.
Yeah, me too.
They get used
life-changing.
so much.
Rippin' Rags are some of our favorites.
I had a customer walk in my shop last night and was like, what are these? And so I was describing them, and he was like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. And I said, yeah, I even have a whole roll on my kitchen counter. Like, I love them. I have them everywhere.
Because they work better than a paper towel will at soaking stuff up. They soak way more.
Yeah, I love them.
I bring them to the kitchen, right? Because I have, not a roll, but I have my 80 count roll. So I pull off some and bring them to the kitchen just to use on random things. Because if my daughter spills something, or if, I don't know, my dog throws up or whatever, right? There's all sorts of different things that I use them for. But what I hate is that I'll put them on the counter. I'll use them, and I kind of wring them out. And then after I clean them out with soap, I'll just kind of hang them on the edge of our sink, right?
Sure.
Because it's one of those. What's those sinks called? It's like a farm style
Apron
sink.
sink,
Right?
yeah.
Apron sink.
Yeah.
So I kind of hang it there. My wife just sees them and just goes, "Oh, that's trash," and she just throws them away. And I go,
That's what I do.
I go,
Honestly, that's what I do.
"Why are you throwing?" She goes, "Because I don't want a stinky, nasty towel sitting on the counter." I go, "But like, I used it once to pick up Cheerios and some milk. I'm like, you can use it again.
Yeah.
Like, think of like
They're
old
good
like
towels.
think about washcloths back in the day.
Yeah.
like when people put. I mean, but they
Oh,
had
the
That's what
bacteria in
scares me. I
washcloths.
think of my
So-
mom. Oh, I can't do it.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, no! She would have the same.
Yeah, I know the same washcloth.
She would have the
Yeah.
same washcloths for a week, and it would like smell.
Yeah.
It was
they
so
get
gross.
funky.
And
Smell like
I can't
mildew.
do it. I throw mine away. I use them in my kitchen. I clean the kitchen counters, and then I throw them away because I can't do it.
My mom she's a
Ugh.
very much like a kitchen sink rag person.
Oh, yeah,
right?
my mom too.
So
I can't.
I don't want to be a kitchen sink rag person. I'm just like a guy that says, "Hey, this is my drying rack. Don't throw this away.
Right.
I'm going to use this
Like-
towel again here in a little while."
If you're gonna use a towel, like even if it's a cotton towel or something like that, and it's in the kitchen, at least wash it once in a
no,
while.
Literally,
Like
travel
but-
response for me.
But my mom
Oh,
will
gosh.
come over and she'll be like doing her dishes and she goes, "Where's your dish rag? Like, don't you have any rags like for this?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Well, no, Mom. Like, my wife is very adamant that we have the squeezy soap thing.
Yeah.
It has its own little holder that it sits on a rotating like lazy Susan thing on her
Yup.
counter that also happens to have some type of like cacti on it as well.
A succulent.
A succulent
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, you
'cause
gotta
that's-
have that.
I'm
Yeah.
very
Apparently-
familiar with
apparently
indoor
that's-
houseplants.
Apparently
Yeah.
that's needed.
Yeah,
And
totally.
then we have the Dawn Power Wash and other things that are essential.
Don't leave home without it.
Right,
That stuff's great.
But so my mom goes, "Well, what do you about your where do you put your rags, your dishcloths, and things like that?" And I go, "We
trash.
just I've been trained to wash the dish, use the scrubby thing, then it goes in the dishwasher,
Yeah.
and then it gets ran,
Yeah.
and then it dries, and I put it back.
Yeah.
There's really no hand drying being done.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's different strokes, different folks. But
Joey just wants to say thank you for servicing him as a customer. So that's very
we're happy
appreciated.
we're happy to service a lot of people.
There you go.
Randall says, "If I have a bunch of rules
Probably means Rupes.
pads, which pad would you recommend starting with while using rehab? I have the blue, yellow, and the new blue one. I'm using the matching compounds and pads from them."
Okay.
Yeah. So I love the blue, and the new blue would probably work really great. That's what we used on your car, was the new blue.
Yeah, ultra blue. Not
yeah.
ultra blue, but that. Yeah,
Yeah, that
the
teal- the teal one, yeah.
medium cut.
So yeah, any of those. Honestly, rehab is dependent on the pad. So you can use it anywhere from a finishing pad all the way to a course pad. So I use Buff and Shine pads, and my very favorite pad to use with rehab is the maroon. And I don't believe that Rupes has an equivalent to that, but it's a cutting foam. But man, it works so good with rehab. So, but really honestly, any of those, but the blue and the new blue are probably going to be the ones you love the most. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's just because I think for me, if I'm going to do the correction, I want to get as much cut as I can out of it without causing any marring. And you're not going to cause any marring with that, with rehab. And so I'm going to choose, the pad that's going to give me the most cut.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Then I've got David Cervantes.
Says, "Sorry if I'm late. Just grabbed a bottle of rehab."
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Followed by G. Davis. Anthony's T-shirt also doubles as Luke Berge's safety net when
Yeah.
he washes his truck. Boy, if anybody
It is
saw that
really
video,
oversized.
that
It
was
really is oversized.
Dude,
brutal
This-
when he
this
fell
shirt's-
Yeah.
off that truck.
My
That
wife
was-
hates it she's like, when I wear like oversized, like massively oversized shirts, she goes, "Why do you wear that?" She goes, why do you have shirts this big?" And I go, "I sometimes will get a shirt or I
Yeah.
order something in knowing that you will shrink it." And I look at her and I say that you will shrink my shirt. She goes, "I won't shrink your shirt." She goes, "You're just buying low quality shirts." And I go, "This is compliments of my friends over at Nitto Tire, right? I'm not going to complain about free."
You know what that is? That is like a boyfriend shirt. Like when
Oh, yeah.
the girlfriend takes the hoodie or
Yeah.
like a shirt or something, she
Yeah.
wants to wear a boyfriend shirt, and it's always like this goofy, oversized looking
Yeah,
thing. Whatever.
totally.
That's what that
Yeah.
is. You're wearing a boyfriend shirt.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my boyfriend's shirt is what I'm wearing.
So apparently,
Okay.
Nitto is your boyfriend. So
Fair enough.
you're
This
wearing
is-
the boyfriend
this
shirt.
thing's pretty big, man. Look at my freaking. This is huge.
You were swimming in that.
so
It's down to your elbows.
I know.
It's kind of a lot.
Hello, all Hydra. Thank
Hi,
you.
Hydra. All right. Aaron Bauer.
Gauntlet apron.
Oh, there's an
There you go.
idea.
Good idea.
Multiple textures.
Jeff C says, I have enough product to last me a good long time. I'll wait on the OPT touchless and foam and R until you launch it. Thank you, Jeff.
Oh.
Jeff, you're
Jeff is
incredible, and I
really
don't know
one
if
of the
we
good
tell I don't know
ones.
if we tell you that enough, but you are incredible. You're one of our favorites.
We see him all over the detailing internet, just
Yeah.
fighting the good fight at
Oh,
all
yeah.
times. Like
He's
really,
great.
He is fighting a good fight.
He
like
knows
like
his stuff.
straight up.
He helps counter
Yeah.
dumb narratives.
Yeah.
And he actually knows what he's talking
He
about.
tends
and
to be a voice of reason.
He has
for sure.
proof
He's
to
a
back
voice
it
of
up too
reason.
from his own
Yeah.
experiences, which is great.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
But I do have a
shout out,
question
Jeff.
here. Can I ask
Yeah.
a question? Are they coming out with a foaming rinseless?
Oh,
Sydney.
So
I don't know anything about this, and I'm
So she's
Sydney.
possibly been living
Have
under
you
a
not
rock. It's okay.
Have you not looked inside our cabinet recently? There is foam and R. It's
Huh.
out. It exists.
Dr. G?
why? Okay,
Because Luke Berkey asked forever
Honestly,
if O&R would foam.
why
and
would somebody want a rinseless
No,
to foam?
listen.
Listen,
I
Well-
said the same thing.
We
and
all
I am
said
a
it.
massive critic of this kind of stuff.
Huh.
It works. It works as intended. It works well.
I mean, the inventor of O&R, if he wants to take
I'm
a stab
telling
at
you.
doing something like that, I'm going to give him a pass
Oh,
to try
sure.
it.
We
For
literally,
sure.
Josh Brodel,
Yeah,
me and
for
him,
sure.
we had Lucas here and everything. We're all testing at the same time, and we were all like, "What the heck?" Like
Huh.
it works. Like it works
Okay.
well, and we're
Like,
like,
you guys were surprised.
like we couldn't hate on it because we're like, dude, this does exactly as it's intended to do. It is pulling off dirt. It's not staining anything. Like all the
Right.
surfactants being left behind. Like it's not harmful to. It's the strangest experience, but
Interesting.
somehow it makes sense and it works well.
Wow. Well, see, I wouldn't think that it wouldn't work. I wouldn't assume that. But I see these people that say, can I put a rinseless wash in a foam gun? And I'm like,
yeah.
why?
Now you can.
I'm not saying that I don't think it's going to work. I'm just
can do
saying,
it.
like, I don't know why somebody would want a foam.
You can use-
If you're going to
rinseless.
use a
You
foam gun, the reality is just use a foaming
use a
soap. But
foaming
this is
soap,
the
yeah.
exception to the rule.
So one
Okay.
thing you can do, and it's a very interesting thing you can
It's
do.
a great name, though.
You can use
Yeah.
foam and R and pair it with. You use foam and R in the foam cannon,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can follow up with a rinseless wash with the blue O and R original,
Certainly could.
or absolute.
Okay.
So what you're going to have is you're going to have that first hit of surfactants in
Okay.
polymers that are going to land on the surface. It's going to
Okay.
work to encapsulate, emulsify, and start to bring everything down, right?
Okay.
And now technically you can just go and just wash the car with more foam and R, right?
Yeah.
But you're introducing a lot more suds, which
Yeah.
are apparently not going to hurt anything. You just dry everything to the surface. It's totally fine. But what I
Interesting.
kind of like is that you could foam everything, let it dwell, then grab your normal
Okay, I can see
O and
that.
R, right, in a bucket, and then just do your normal wash with O and R, right?
Okay.
You're effectively doing a soap wash without
You're
soap.
killing any of the
can see that.
suds the minor surfactants left behind on the surface.
Right.
You're killing any of
Yeah.
those. You're just leaving behind a polymer finish at that point, or polymers at that point.
Okay.
And you can just dry it. But what's nice though is there is a factor there with the foam that does begin to break down your heavier grime faster than it would if you were just to spray.
Okay.
Now
And you're getting extra lubrication. You are.
Here's the real question, because this was always the thing with rinseless washes, is the whole does it leave anything behind question. The only reason that ever matters is if you plan on putting a protective product on afterwards, you need something to stick to the surface. Will something like that work? Say like
Yeah,
a
it does.
sealant,
No,
a
yeah,
coating,
no.
you're fine.
I asked Dr. G. I asked him on camera and off camera if that helps you guys feel any better. I went
just
to
in
him.
case the answer was different.
No, because not that I think that it would be different. It's just I followed up with him after our live that we had during
Yeah.
SEMA, and I went back around. I said, "Hey, so let me just get this clear. I know you said that's not a lie, but I want to make sure that I heard this correctly. It's not gonna whatever I spray on after foam and R, O and R, whatever it is. Let's just say it's OptiSeal. Let's just say it's the ultra, the ultra wax and all of that. Is that going to affect anything?" He goes, no. He goes, it's not. He goes, like, nothing there from foam and R is going to affect anything. And I said, okay. I said, all right. I mean, like,
Interesting.
that's it. I mean, there's nothing more to it. So
there we go.
He's a smart guy.
There you
go. He's a smart guy, and I'm sure he could probably delve way deeper into it, but I was happy with that answer.
No, that's good news for people out there who are curious.
Joey Belinsky says, shout out to being in the kitchen all day tomorrow, Sydney. I'll be doing the same. I'm also very organized this year.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Joey's cooking his cat.
No, what?
I'm just kidding. He's not cooking his cat.
It's an adorable kitten. That should
No,
not be happening.
he is not going to
Don't
eat
they look like they were
kitty.
made for each
They
other?
do.
I mean, they're so cute.
It's adorable.
It's hard
Yeah.
to think of, a Jack Reacher-sized gentleman, has found a cat as being his, primary love in his life,
Yeah.
Next to his wife. And, but I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
That's good.
So cute.
I talked to my wife the other day about getting a cat possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, do you think we could ever get a cat? And she goes, I don't know. And I go, I don't know either. And she's like, what would you like about a cat?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I would like that if it liked me,
Yeah.
but that's a gamble.
It is.
That's why
Very much, yeah.
It's a gamble.
The cat
It
that
is.
I got from Levi was such a unique, great cat. Was extremely loves people, friendly kind of cat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really a toss.
Some cats just don't give a crap about
I've gone
you.
to shelters, and yes, I have a dog, but I also like when you can have a cat around that gets along with the dog and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and everything's
Yeah.
just copacetic. It's
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
But in the case of cats, yeah, they can fool you. Like you go to a shelter or something like that, you meet them, they like you there, and then you get home and discover they're actually just a little terror.
Yeah. So
That's an unfortunate reality I've seen happen.
yeah,
more
our
than
cat
once.
right now, Bristol, we got her as a kitten,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even remember having her the first 3 years of her life. And then for about another 3 years, she was just such a jerk. We never saw her. She didn't like it was kind of like, why are we feeding this cat? But the last 2 years, she's been the best cat in the whole entire world.
Wonder what
and
changed.
I don't know, but she's just snuggly, and she's so cute, and she smiles all the time. She doesn't growl anymore. Like we used to just
Real 180.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened, but now she's like the best cat ever, and like all
Weird.
4 of us are like obsessed with her. I don't know what happened, but
Maybe-
I probably at year 6, if somebody would have said, "Can I have your cat?" I probably would have been like, "Sure." But
Please.
now, like, no way, no way. Like we all are. Even Mike loves the cat, and he
No.
hates cats, and
When a good cat is
Yeah.
a good cat, it's
Yeah.
a great cat. When a
Yeah.
cat's not a good cat, it's a terrible
Yeah.
experience for
Yeah.
everyone at home.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And your furniture won't survive either.
But it is tough to know because you could get kittens that just don't
Yeah.
want to have anything to do with their people. They just use you for your food.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're just
I
there,
don't know.
and that's
I
it.
don't know what the answer
That's it.
is. But anyways, moving on. Sorry, Joe, you're not going to eat your cat. G. Davis says Joey Belinsky will be over at 4. And then we've got, what else do we got here,
Okay,
Dane?
I'm looking through trying to find. Okay, good. So that was page 4 and then page 3. There we go. Anna?
Says, Thanksgiving is my favorite. Hawaiian rolls, mashed taters, and stuffing. Here we come.
Yes. Good times. Maybe a little ambrosia or something.
ER,
Never
never
fun.
fun.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
sure what that's in reference
Emergency
to,
room?
but
With that, yeah.
Joey asking, is it Disney time?
Is
Oh, you Disney adults. Neil.
deep fried turkey, wagyu,
Wow.
wagyu steaks, brats, smash burger ribs equals fun.
That sounds like an awesome
That's a Thanksgiving I can get behind, Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to top Ire though. I mean,
Ire's always eating
Ire
some like
will have-
ridiculously opulent.
I'm not
shellfish and-
sure. It's going to be some type of like seared ahi caught fresh, you
just
know,
fancy.
that he caught boy with his hands.
That his like chauffeur is also his personal
l-
chef, and he just went
lobster
and threw
rolls
together
that
this
were
incredible-
like some like gift of the queen, you know, before
I'm
she
convinced
passed.
Ire is just royalty. You know,
I'm not sure.
who knows what to think about that guy? He's very nice, though. We must say.
G. Davis says, Joey Belinsky, 4 PST. Then I want to see the A's new ballpark. Thanks. Okay.
Alex.
Anthony can sell a single Dixon and feed all of Oceanside. Exactly how he paid for his Swiss tracks. It
crazy
was
how
multiple
that
Dixon
works.
flannels.
Took a
and
few.
Yes, this still had the same result. Sounds like you'll just have to meet in downtown Disney,
That's
says
right.
Joey
Bridge the
Belinsky.
gap.
Possibly, yeah.
And G. Davis.
Anthony will also stop by Disney Studios to audition for the role of Lord Pumpatine in season
no.
2.
Not quite Palpatine. You're Pumpatine. Oh no.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
It's too early in the day.
Joey, California Adventure is the park that has the alcohol to help deal with all the stroller traffic.
Yeah.
Probably not an accident. Hydra detailing. EnviroClean and Crystal Wash isn't available at TRC Europe. Any other suggestions for removing road salt off the chassis?
Do they have Mudbuster?
I mean, that's a
I
good
don't
choice.
know if they have.
Do they have? I feel like they have the off-road line. No.
TRC EU, maybe. I would have to double check. I can't
Yeah.
remember off the top of my head. But Mudbuster would be a great option. Gosh, you can use all. I mean, off the. I mean, are you talking about paintwork, or are you talking about literally the underside chassis? I mean, what?
Yeah, maybe like
Probably
rockers.
soaking the chassis. I'm guessing, like, to get the salt brine out from underneath. I would.
So, I mean, I think that TRC EU has you can use a lot of different things. I mean, there's certain APCs that will help. You can. Any APC will be better than nothing at all. I mean, even soap would be better than nothing at all in certain situations. You just don't want to spray just water, though.
No, that won't.
Just spraying water won't do anything.
Yeah.
Could make it worse. So just keep in mind, if you're going to spray something, make sure it's got some type of cleaning power in it.
Yeah.
Next up,
Break it down.
we've got Aaron says, not today. Lowe's, my Black Friday money is going to detailing and Home Depot.
Yeah, you say, not today, Lowe's. All right.
Okay.
And I know that I used to work at Home Depot, and Black Fridays were always a little crazy there.
I feel like the Black Fridays aren't as crazy as they used to be, though.
No,
Remember,
probably
like
not.
the whole thrill of it is gone. Like there
No.
used to be the thrill of
When I used to work at the
having
mall
to- right,
in the
yeah.
early 2000s, and Black Friday at the mall was crazy,
Oh, yeah.
before the internet, sales
Right.
stuff really
and
took
before
off.
it started taking a whole month.
People
yeah.
would still actually go to the mall, and you would
Yeah.
get the crazy crowds and the
Yeah.
trampling and
Yeah.
the broken doors and
Yeah.
the madhouse.
It was a
yeah.
game. You had to be good at it.
good times.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was.
I remember doing the camp outs in front of
Yeah.
Best Buy.
Yeah.
That was always a
Like
thing.
my,
For me, it was
I always
Target.
had friends
Yeah.
that did the camping out in front of the Best Buy, and that was just their
Yeah.
they're like brothers.
We're
They
gonna get a PlayStation 2.
They did it for
Yeah.
fun.
Remember,
No.
they'd purposely only bring in like 5.
Yeah. Just to
Like,
create the hype and then
Yeah.
the scarcity and the,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
when they were doing it, like this had been Black Friday. This probably been like 2020. No, not 2020. This would have been like 2010, 2011, maybe 2012. But they would go and do it, and the Black Friday deals weren't that crazy. I mean, it'd be like a 42-inch LCD
Right.
for, I don't know, $300, right, or something like that. When normally it'd be like 500.
but people
or
would still go
whatever.
nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
was like Blu-ray players for like
Oh, yeah.
$99, right?
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
was
Go
oh my
early enough, there are
gosh.
HD DVD players
Yeah,
available.
HD DVD. Then there was like DVDs for $5,
Right.
or
yeah.
like
Yeah.
there were certain things that would like be doorbusters that people would be like,
Oh, yeah.
all crazy for.
Yeah.
And
foaming at the mouth.
when we went though, I remember they would give out like tickets. So they would say, "Hey, who's in line for a TV
Yeah.
at midnight or whatever it is?" They would go around. They would give you the
Yeah.
5 tickets or whatever it is, and they'd say, "Okay, this is how many TVs we got," and you go, "Cool."
Then you
So-
sleep with one eye open because in case somebody comes and steals your ticket.
But it was fun. You're right. Pre-COVID, there was still a vibe,
Yeah.
but like nowadays, I don't think it'll ever get back to that. I think
Yeah.
Black Friday's just starting earlier.
people
and
got too
earlier.
acclimated to exclusively buying
Yeah.
stuff online,
Right.
and now that the shift was happening before. It was gonna happen
Right.
anyway, but now it's just been solidified. In,
Yeah.
2020 era. And
I mean,
onward.
people were getting
drove that.
trampled and dying in certain places. Not funny to laugh about, but I mean, it got
Yeah.
crazy. It got
Right.
crazy. It
No,
got too
just
crazy.
The excitement, But when I worked at the mall, I had to haul a grandfather clock across the entire mall on a hand cart for a guy who didn't know where he parked his car, so he ended
my
up
gosh.
walking around the mall a lot.
Yeah.
Really stupid.
That's
anyway,
a very Dane thing to happen.
that is something that would happen to
New
me.
version of G-Technic Cutie is coming out.
Oops.
It'll be Q1, I believe, 2024, maybe Q2, possibly.
There we go.
Anna says, I don't get the Disney hype. My partner went as a kid and wants me to experience it. I have a little interest in it.
That's
Honestly,
okay.
Anna, part of the fun is just going there and just being a kid. I mean, not literally, but I mean, go there, look at, appreciate the effort that's been put into making the park what it is, because
Yeah.
it's cool to be able to see something and go, wow, people thought about forced perspective with how they can design this, or they
the
thought about
engineering is what always gets me interested.
It's
in
like a
it.
combination of engineering and also just setting like the vibe, right? Like setting the theme. Like when you walk into, you go to get on to Indiana Jones, like it truly does feel like you're in a tomb or whatever. If you go on Jungle Cruise, it feels like you're in the jungle. I like that aspect of it. I like the theming is always really fun. But then also just everybody's in a good mood for the most part. Some of the kids are screaming. The churros are awesome. Everything smells sweet. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things to like about it. Even if you don't like rides, I think it's just if you just get past the fact that yes, there's a ton of people, and there will always be a ton of people, you kind of just start to like not exist. You start to like see past through the people and just focus on what you want to do, and that's what makes it fun. But you got to do it. I mean, try it. If you hate it, then you hate it. But if you might actually like it. I started liking it way more as an adult than I thought I was going to, honestly.
Yeah, I had friends who were into it. I never went as a kid, so I had like no experience with amusement parks or anything like that. But I had friends who were like, "Oh, we got to go." And then after high school, we went and visited one time. I was like, "Oh, I kind of get it now. I understand."
Well, I think for me, when I was younger, it was my Portuguese father who just yell, all the time. So, hey, Anthony. Hey, we're walking. Come on.
Wait, what are you doing?
We're gonna miss.
Get back here.
We're gonna miss the freaking Pirates of the Caribbean. Come on.
Come on.
And I'd be like, Dad, I'm like, my legs hurt. I'm really tired. We've been walking all over this place. He goes, your sister wants to do this. Is this not important to you? And I'll be like, well, I'm 13. I want to.
You care about your sister, right?
He's like, this isn't for you, Anthony. This is for your sister. You need to appreciate this. And I'm just like, what the heck, man? Like, I want to be able to have fun too, dude. And he never gave a crap.
Guilt tripping.
So yeah, so it was just very. It wasn't fun as a kid for me.
Feel like you got some stuff to unpack there. Keith DePlessis. What's up, crew? Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Keith.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving back to you. Hydra Detailing.
By the way, I'm David.
Okay.
Everyone started business officially this week. Oh, nice.
That's
right
awesome.
on, dude.
Nice.
Congrats, man.
Awesome.
Seriously.
Heck
that's really great. You got Anna here.
It's good exercise. Burn a lot of calories. Yep.
Oh, that's not what Anthony wanted to hear.
Yep. It's. I know it's gonna be a lot of walking. I'm gonna. If somebody sees me in a scooter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No judge.
They have those, right? They have them for rent.
Dude, they do, and I've thought about that. Like, and I thought I'm not above that.
No.
Like, considering I'm still recovering from
People
all
are going to
this.
judge you in a different way, though. They're going to be like, "You look perfectly able-bodied. Are you just using a scooter because?"
Think of all the stuff you can carry with you. I mean, I'd be all
I
over
could
that.
load up. I don't know how much it is to rent a scooter, but I mean, I'd
like
highly.
$75 a day. That's not that bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'd pay
It's
that.
not that bad.
I would pay that.
Could be
save
worse
my
to save your
legs.
feet. I mean, what does a pair of shoes
Honestly,
cost?
I'm
just
surprised you didn't get one at SEMA.
Oh, I couldn't do that at SEMA. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? That would be like the worst. I mean,
the live stream would be way cooler because effectively you're riding on a gimbal.
Yeah.
Nah, man, everybody would be like, Anthony, what happened? I'd be like, and stand up. And
They all want to
like,
hug you, but you refuse to get up, so they have to come down to you.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't.
Man.
I wouldn't do it. So maybe Disney.
Hydra. Hi, Keith. Have a nice day. Followed by Keith saying, "Need peppermint? There's always soul."
Yes.
Yep.
Soul does smell like peppermint.
That is an idea.
Yep.
Keith also saying, "On my way, Sydney. The floor is going down Friday afternoon."
See, all you had to do is ask.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
You just gotta throw it out in the universe.
Throw it in the
somebody
universe.
shows
And then a
up.
Keith shows up.
Yeah. Fun fact: Keith is coming down to go to the Boise State game, but he unfortunately is a Beavers fan.
Well, he is from Oregon, so
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
you just got to battle him out in the parking lot, I guess.
G says, I wish just once when Dane mentions inside baseball, he actually would talk about baseball.
To be fair, there was a time when I was actually very into baseball, but it stopped somewhere around like 2004, 2005. I grew up with the Mariners and stuff, so the last anything I know pretty much ends in 2004 or 5. Pitcher Kazuhiro Sasaki, very good pitcher.
Oh,
like that guy. Yeah.
Once
and
he was gone,
that's the
stopped,
end of my interest.
Me too.
I
After
was,
the whole home run
That's
thing,
when
I was
Dane's
done.
interest in mid-century modern homes came about, and he goes, "Well, I'll replace all this useless baseball knowledge with useless home knowledge." And
I'm nothing if not
Hey,
predictable.
did you see there's a new mid-century home store on State Street? You know that old...
Yes.
Yes.
This is where I'm about to out myself as being really nerdy.
Yeah.
I actually go on the monthly home tours with the people who are taking over that.
Yeah.
And Nate and I
Very
both go on these. And they just find different mid-century modern homes that are available for sale or coming up on the market. And they tour people around them, not necessarily because they think they're going to sell it that day, but usually the people who are going on these tours are enthusiasts of mid-century
Sure.
stuff, and then they know people who maybe can afford it and
Yeah.
are interested.
Yeah.
And it kind of becomes a networking thing.
Yeah.
But they're just fun to go on tours and check these places
Yeah,
out.
So cool.
So that last one I went on, their reveal was the shop
new
where
shop?
they took it
That's
over.
awesome.
And we were in there and seeing the vintage, like, actual, it was a mechanic shop. They had the
Yeah.
original owners.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing was very cool.
I've always wanted that
I'm a
building
massive
for my
nerd.
shop. Yeah, like 5 years ago, I was looking at that place, but it was on the market for like $2.3 million
Oh,
more
sure,
than I
yeah.
had.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of etiquette based around like you're going on these tours, right? Like if I were to go, like is it like reasonable for me to say,
There's
hey,
a
I would like
detailer who goes to them that's there. He's a guy, OC Detailing, drives a green Alpha Quadrifoglio, and he and his girlfriend go to all these ones too. He's always there.
Dane.
And they run a crew. There's like a guy in a manual 996, 911. There's that Alpha. There's a few other cars. And it's kind of fun. It's like you'd make a little caravan to drive
What's
house
the
to house.
etiquette
That's
about
awesome.
using the bathrooms of these places? I mean,
Well,
are,
you can't
like
do that.
Well,
Yeah.
they're mostly for show. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody wants
Yeah,
to
no.
have that be part of the show.
I think
so.
that's
That
just a
would be-
general open house rule that you don't use the restrooms.
It's an
So,
open house, but it's not
like-
that.
But you know what I
open.
mean? Yeah,
like
but I think
I
you
would
just
just
don't
say
do
like
that.
if you truly want me to test out the facilities and appreciate the engineering behind this, I need to know what I'm working with here.
No.
Yeah.
Hard no.
And then when people are
not.
like, oh, sir, you can't go, and I'm like, don't worry, I brought my own paper, and then I just go inside.
Usually it's between like 18 to 25, 30 people show up to these things.
okay.
I think
And
somebody
so
would see you go in. Yeah.
Someone would
Someone would
probably
see you
be
go in.
there
So,
waiting.
but
Like,
if-
I want to see the bathroom. And you're like, oh, I just used it. It's great.
No, if this is like my intentional bit to do this to make these people feel uncomfortable,
I want you to
then
come
I
on one of
would
these
do it.
tours with us sometime.
I would do it. I would
you're gonna
fall
have
on
to act
that
like you don't
sword.
know
I
it.
would.
Yeah.
Right.
I would fall on it just for comedy's sake. So
I think you
no.
would actually enjoy it. It's just once a month.
yeah.
That's it. It's not a huge commitment.
No.
You know?
And then the next time they go, oh crap, that guy's back.
Yeah.
No.
Literally.
Quick, lock the bathroom doors.
The bathroom guy is back, right? I thought you said you wasn't invited this time.
Oh, he showed
Well,
up.
He still showed up.
Anybody
must-
can show up. We
Yeah.
can't stop them.
We need to set some rules on the bathroom.
no.
Oh.
Oh, and then Juice Free. Ask her about her twin sister that works at Buff and Shine.
Is that?
That's you.
awesome.
Yeah. Next up.
She is me.
She is you.
She is her.
Anna.
I can get exercise in national parks or plane/car/space museums. I can't escape reality. My brain doesn't work like that. Anna,
I feel that, Anna. I feel that.
it can if you believe.
Well, that's just it. She does not believe. So
I know, but like I'm trying to think of like how you can get to that mindset because it can be.
she's got like an
de-stressful.
engineer's brain, I think. So
Well, then you can enjoy the engineering of like how things are created.
different
or-
kind of escapism. You
or
just
just
nerd
go
out.
for just go for like $7 churros, whatever the heck they are, and then just people watch. That's also fun as well.
I will say, it always smells good there. Like
It's
anywhere
sweet. Yeah.
you're walking
Yeah.
around,
It smells sweet.
the air always
Don't they
smells
have
good.
Dole Whip there?
Yes, they have
Yeah.
Dole Whip
Oh,
there.
yeah. Yes.
I'd just go for that.
All right, Aaron Bauer.
Don't worry, Anna. You don't have to get the hype. There's plenty of people who go multiple times a year. Yes.
There's definitely a lot of that too. People have escapes, and it's not for everyone to understand. That's life. Yeah, no, it's okay. Not everybody has to like the same things. That is perfectly valid.
Ryan Rignan says, "Better late than never. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Hey,
Thankful to
Ryan.
have you."
Oh, thankful to have you here. Then Sean Seitz.
I don't need any more, but the Black Friday deal on the Edgeless 50-pack is killer. Sold.
Oh, it's a deal, buddy. Oh no, David Boyce asking about more movies. Look out.
Anthony, are you going to see Wicked or Red 1? Same question for Sydney. Wicked, probably not. My wife saw it. Red 1, I definitely want to see that.
I will only watch that on streaming. I'm not paying for that.
You're not paying for Red 1?
I'm not paying for that slop. Are you kidding?
I could be good.
No, it's
The Rock's
slop.
in
It's
it.
so slop. Yeah, it's slop.
Dean, we don't know that.
And I'm gonna have to be like a major disappointment. I couldn't even tell you the last time I went to the movie theater.
Oh,
I could,
man.
Yeah, I could not tell you what movie I saw or when it was.
Was it-
How
I think
frequently
no
do you
idea.
just like
it was the day
watch
after
a movie,
tomorrow.
streaming or otherwise?
Almost never.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're working a lot.
Almost
but-
never. Yeah, I watch very little TV.
it's not like
I
a
watch a
family
lot of
thing.
sports. Like mainly,
Sports,
I mean,
okay.
I watch a lot of sports, but I don't really watch movies. I used to be super into movies, but I mean, I honestly could not even tell you the last movie I saw or when it was. Oh, actually, I bet I could tell you. And it was probably several years ago. I think during Christmas break, we saw Creed 3.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, I bet you that was the last movie I went to. Yeah.
It was a few years.
Hot minute ago. Yeah, I bet that was like, I think it was 2020.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit.
I think it was, because I feel like maybe we had to wear masks. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Fair point. Sebastian out there is
Yes,
very
I'm
excited to see Red One. I know that. But he also enjoys things very ironically, so take that with a grain of salt. HM Auto Detailing. Yes, I'm in Canada.
Okay.
Good guess. Thank you. Okay, we've got Joey, #pelvic floors. Anthony will know what that means.
Yep.
G. Davis. What Sydney is describing is exactly how Dane interacts with Bark and Purr.
Yes.
Yes, the pet store. All right.
Yes.
Then we got Neil here.
Ugh, sorry, Anthony. I'm pulling for you. Hope your back heals up. Back problems are awful. Literally, it's not my back. My back actually feels pretty good nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
It was his lower back, and now let's just say it's a little lower than
moved.
that.
It's
yeah,
moved to other
it's
parts,
like
yeah.
it's my back. Honestly, is actually feeling pretty normal nowadays. Weirdly enough, like actually feels pretty normal. I don't really have any pain there or anything crazy. But my hips though are just like wrecked.
Yeah, your hips.
My hip,
That's what I've been hearing about the last couple of weeks.
Dude,
It's just constantly, oh,
just-
my
I mean,
hip
everything
pain.
in
the
between.
southern
It's
region
definitely
is
not,
just
you know,
not
something else.
Something's off there. So trying to align things back with it, without going to a chiropractor. Quadbot4 says, does PNS have shipping logistical issues after placing order a week and a half ago? My order still hasn't been shipped.
Not that I have heard of. So that is very odd. I would either send, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So I would send an email to support@pssales.com and ask them, but no, I've not heard of any shipping issues. So let's get that checked out. But I don't have access to look up orders. So send an email to support@pssales.com, and Keith DePlessis, who's in the comments, maybe could even look it up still today for you. So send that right away if you can.
Very helpful. G. Davis, Google Anthony Priapism. All right. Hydra.
We'll be back tomorrow to listen to the podcast, 12:01 in Belgium. See y'all. Thanks for joining us, man.
Well, we appreciate
Appreciate it.
you all the same. Thank you.
Get some waffles for us. By the way, I did use Defender at a dry surface.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Bam. David.
Sydney, what polish are you using to remove scratches on rear taillights? Thank you in advance.
Rehab.
What?
Still rehab.
Oh, I thought
okay.
you just said yeah.
I thought
And
it was like some secret new
No, I
product,
said
and she's like,
rehab.
"Oh yeah, he's like
Oh.
trying to out a secret product we're working
rehab.
on." No,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Still rehab.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Aaron says, any hands-on experience with Scan Grip Unimatch headlamp or headlight? I like that you can take it off the headband and use it like a pen.
oh yeah.
I haven't used that yet.
I haven't either,
honestly.
yeah.
Actually, I have.
You have,
I have. It was cool. It is cool.
but you forgot you used it.
No, we had that sample from TRCMA.
Oh,
I believe we had it here then, and we were left with it. I don't know if we're carrying the Unimatch necessarily. I know we have the iMatch, but the Unimatch was cool. It's just like it just sits in a little cradle, essentially. It just like clips
Yeah,
in,
and it just
and
comes
then you
out.
can take it out.
Cool.
Honestly, it's cool, but I want it on my head. I just want the eye match. That way it's on my head. It looks where I look. Done deal. I don't
You know
have to
what's
think about it
crazy
anymore.
is I still have the very first one that was just all blue. Like I still have the very original
well, I mean,
Scan Grip.
they work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they do the job. They're
Yeah,
great.
I feel like I've been missing out though because
Too
I
true.
think there's been a lot of stuff come out, but I still have the original.
No, there's definitely advancements there, but I mean, they're really good products, regardless of which one you get. That's definitely a case where you can get just about anything from the line.
Joey Belinsky says, my grandma would carry a
Yeah.
washcloth on her shoulder everywhere. Wipe the counter, wipe the grandkids'
Yeah.
faces, wipe the TV, wipe everything.
Yes.
So dude, my grandma
In that order?
Dude,
Yes.
no, my grandma did the same
Yep,
thing, and you could
same.
like just
Yeah.
the smell of that washcloth when she'd
Yeah.
be rubbing your face, and you
Right.
go, "This was in the sink. This
Well,
was."
And let's
Little
mention,
mildew.
it's not like they changed it every day. It was the same
No.
rag for who knows how
Yeah,
long.
let's introduce some new
Yeah.
bacteria
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just
Man, how did we survive?
I don't
Well,
know.
I think it just made the kids
It
harder.
was the
is
same
what it
grandma that
did.
also had a brittle water filter, but she didn't refrigerate it, so it just sat on the
Never
counter.
changed the
So
filter.
it was just like lukewarm water
Oh man.
all the time.
It's great. Oh, boy. Alpha Tango.
Alpha Tango says, "Woo, I cut a live for once. Hello from the Colville
Ah.
Res in Washington
Wow,
State.
Colville.
This is Rockstar.
Okay.
Lucas, I hope you see this. Y'all are good people. Thank you."
Thank you. Much appreciated, Alpha. And shout out Lucas. Lucas is a rock star. Anna?
I worked in a commercial kitchen, towels tucked in the apron all the time.
Yep. We got Jewy.
Even I would drown in that shirt. Anything I know. This
Yeah,
seems like
the problem is he's tall. He's not wide.
Right,
though.
yeah.
Like, the
Yeah.
thing with this shirt
That
is
is
it's designed
wide.
for
It's
a
really
wider
wide.
person.
Yeah, super wide.
Well, I'm hoping by next week it'll shrink after I wash it, and we'll be back to like my size. G. Davis says, "We're happy to service everyone." Anthony to the guy in the Chewbacca suit in the alley behind the Millennium Falcon. There is an alley behind the Millennium Falcon.
Well,
No.
Anna says, "Oversized tees and hoodies are where she finds comfort." Nice.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
And then Sydney.
Wow, this is a late stream. I gotta go, you guys in Sydney. Have a great Thanksgiving and a great weekend. Thank you for spelling my name right.
Yeah,
David.
you're one of the few. You're
Yeah.
doing the Lord's work there. Yeah, I was gonna say thank you for following the stream, even if it is a little later. We started an hour later because they had some video shoot stuff they had to do earlier today. All right, Dan Pfeiffer. Hey, coming in late today. Was in the garage doing my first indoor wash with RRW. Not bad. All right. Thank you, Dan. We got Aaron Bauer here. What's he saying?
Wow. Oversized clothes are making a comeback. What is this, the 90s?
No, Anthony ordered it a size
No,
too
Gen Z is all about the
large,
Y2K
dude.
thing
Yeah.
now. They all
Yeah.
want the
No.
early 2000s fashion, or at least what they think early 2000s fashion was. There's definitely some choices being made there, but a lot of baggy stuff. Yeah. A lot of that. Anna again.
I think it's the tism with me. I gotta
Hey, I
have
know
room
how
and
it is.
space. Yeah.
Yep.
Dane.
Boy, a touch of the tism. Don't I know? Joey.
My cat is a little
yeah.
Terrace. She's insane.
Oh.
I did hear
Yeah.
that. She's kind of coming into her teen years, I think, already. Yeah.
I love when people with cats say, "Oh, my cat's so crazy." And
Yeah.
I go,
It's
well,
so crazy. It kind of makes it go, ah.
you don't have to have a cat. If, you
It's
don't
like-
have to, but
No,
if you want
it
to.
actually is insane.
Yeah.
JB and Chloe is like the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
There you go. And Tamara.
I love both my cats. They're the best.
Yes.
Tamara, okay,
Aw.
there's nothing wrong with cats.
Yeah.
Sweet cat talk.
Rescue an older cat, they will love you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for Keith to come in and tell us about his cat.
Yeah.
Anthony advocating for eating of the cats is a turn I did
Oh,
not.
I did not expect. I know, right?
Nobody does.
Oh,
I got to keep people
no.
on their toes. You have to earn a cat's respect. It isn't just given. Okay.
There's
Good to know.
definitely
Yeah.
strong elements of truth to that.
Mhm.
David.
Anthony, you got to find a stray like the Meridian Meower. Those strays are the sweetest cats you will
Aw.
ever find. Honestly,
don't
dude.
take in a stray.
No, I know,
Man.
but the
Yeah.
thing is the
Feral
cats that I
cat.
do
Yeah.
have as strays around the neighborhood. At least, like, I don't think they're strays, but I just think they're just wanderers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those cats are wonderful. They're super nice. Like they're really loving and stuff. But like, it's the I don't know.
The scary rough cats are what we call the barn cats.
Yeah,
They're the
I was
cats
gonna
that-
say, we took
those
in a
are,
feral-
Those are outside cats,
Yeah.
and they choose that. That's not
Right. No, they
That's
were made
not
for the
because
streets.
people
Yeah.
wanted it to work out
Right.
that way. It's just what they decided.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
well, it's kind of like when you see like a cat that's just like way too pretty to be outdoors, like
Yeah.
walking around. You go, you don't belong out here. You are a house
Did
cat.
Did you
you
guys
doing?
know? I just saw a Discovery documentary here sometime, but house cats were not even a thing until like the 1940s. Like cats
That's
were
pretty
not.
late.
Yeah, but like house cats were not a thing. Like
But
they
I'm sure
were
barn
wild.
cats were-
yeah, they were
in the
wild, but like nobody
1800s,
brought them in the house
common.
until like sometime in the 40s, which
Huh.
is wild when you really think about like the number of homes that have a cat now. That's kind of
Well,
surprising.
I
to
mean,
be
I'm thinking
honest.
about all the fine, vintage clothing that would have gotten shredded by claws and stuff.
Well, and I don't even think dry cat food came out until like the 60s.
Yeah, no, they would have been feeding
Yeah.
them like
Yeah.
variations on
Yeah.
people food.
Yeah.
So
Really
yeah.
quick, everybody. I just realized a last minute appointment I totally forgot about until
Oh,
just
no.
right now. I know my
Uh-oh.
wife was just calling me, and I was like, why are you calling me so many times? And she's like, we have an appointment. I
Okay.
go, oh crap. So, anyways, everybody, thank you so much. I'm packing pretty much right after this. I'm leaving, but
nice.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us on the live show today. This has been a ton of fun. Everybody be safe out there. Don't do anything that we wouldn't do. Pick up some stuff on the Black Friday sale happening right now at theragcompany.com. Do not miss out on this. You will regret it.
You have a chance right now. You won't have a chance later.
It will haunt your dreams. So thank you all, Sydney. Thank you for joining us. And I'll let you guys take it away, answer us the questions.
We'll handle the last 10 minutes here. Don't worry.
I'll catch up later.
All right. Good luck, Anthony.
Have fun at Disney.
Have fun.
Yes. Now they have to see your exposed nest.
Yeah. Your giant tea pillow. Great. All right.
Oh, no.
What's G saying?
Oh, I'd like to have a video of Anthony pushing Joey Belinsky around Disney in a PNS-sponsored stroller. That would be great.
Joey seems to concur with that idea.
Too. Yep.
Anna here.
My kitty was a street kitty, and she still wants nothing to do with me.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
street kitties are hard. I tried to adopt a barn cat once, and it was a huge mistake.
With due time, there's always that chance they change their tune like yours did.
Yes. Neil White, TRC, will you ever get into selling cabinets, wall, bottle storage?
As far as like cabinets and stuff, I'm not expecting that. That's really more like Matt at Obsessed Garage's domain.
Right.
He's the expert on that stuff, and we definitely benefited from their input over here. Mm-hmm. I mean, as far as like polisher holders, like we had those KXK ones or stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's not to say we won't carry stuff like that, like more, smaller things that make sense for those kinds of specific purposes. We totally do stuff like that. It may pop up on our site, but I'm not expecting full-on cabinets because that's usually a lot of custom order stuff and things.
Unless you could do like drop ship and not. Yeah, but even then, that's like, oh man.
But also like.
Then you got to have customer service.
Well, then
for that.
Why not just order from the people who specialize in it anyway?
Exactly.
So I'm sure Gabe would love it if we did. He'd be all over that. But realistically, go to where you already like getting cabinet stuff from. That's probably not going to be a thing for us, Neil.
Yeah.
Appreciate you asking though. Then we got G Davis. What's he saying?
Wasn't it Black Friday when Dane hosed Anthony on a gaming console?
I'm trying to remember here. Were we playing? Oh man, I don't remember what we were playing. It's not often. Anthony's usually better than me at video games.
Too funny. All right.
Quadbot. When will Stout be available at the Rag Company online store? That would have been one of those questions that Anthony may or may not have had an answer for. Sid, do you know anything?
I don't. I know that the order was placed. I know it's on its way. I have no idea when it's supposed to drop, though. I really don't. I did actually ask that question yesterday about the express wipes because I know they're together.
And people are talking about those.
So I know they're on their way. I just don't know when they're set to arrive. But my guess would be, in all fairness, it won't be before the weekend. I mean, it won't be before next week.
No, I'm not anticipating seeing any of that stuff before the time that this sale is over. So if you're like trying to time it with the sale, I would not recommend doing that, especially as you see things are selling out.
Right.
Limited supply and all that is some of those things. So if you're interested in them, don't hold out just for a product that may or may not show up because realistically, I just don't see that happening for sure. So,
and if I can give a side plug.
Yeah, of course.
PNS's website has the one and only sale all year, which is the Black Friday sale that starts on Friday because we're old school like that.
Proper.
And we do have Stout and Express Wipes obviously in stock on our website. And so if you really need them and want them on a sale,
there you go.
You can grab them from the PNS website.
That is a perfectly good opportunity. If you want to do that, get what you're going to get from us and then take advantage of that if you really want to get Stout soon.
Yep.
All right. Neil White.
Dang, this has turned into Anthony's family therapy session. Looks like he escaped just in time.
Yeah, no, he ran away before he had to answer for any of that.
I think what we've learned here is that we all have some issues from our childhood.
Really?
Yeah, that may have formed us as the people we are today.
It's what makes you what you are, for better or for worse.
Yep.
G. Davis, in the spirit of the recent blind detail test, can you do a video where Anthony sniffs a variety of cats?
Yikes.
Oh, I'm sad he missed that.
Yeah.
X6M Ghost. Hey, guys. Sorry I'm late working. It's okay.
No
you don't need to
worries.
apologize to us. You popped in.
Yep.
Make sure you watch the beginning of this all the way through. There's some definite gems back there. Felt like a pretty good show today.
Yeah.
And then I've got more. Glad I can listen in the background.
Perfect.
Appreciate that. G.
Dane goes on those tours dressed as Frank Lloyd Wright Jr.
I just put on like
Probably.
a gray wig.
I need to start going on those. I love those
They are
houses too.
fun.
It's totally
It's a
dig
small
that.
time commitment
Yeah.
too. It's like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, no, that
Easy.
sounds awesome.
You
Yeah.
start at a coffee shop, like 9:30 to 10. They're like, people
Okay.
start gathering. 10 o'clock, they tell you what the first address is, and then everybody just pops it in their GPS and
Yeah.
goes at their own pace.
That's so cool.
Then you get there, and they just kind of open it up. People get to walk
Yeah.
through however they want.
Yeah.
One of the ones I went to is like a really cool farmhouse up in kind of Boise, up by the freeway, and they had this massive Newfoundland.
Oh, wow.
Huge.
Yeah.
He weighed like 190 pounds.
Uh-huh.
Massive dog. But, you know, the fun little extra thing you don't expect to see. And you're like, oh, cool.
Now,
We're
are these
meeting pets
only
today, too.
houses that are for sale, or is it just
Some
a
are,
mid-century
some are
tour?
recently sold,
Okay.
and some are just like fellow enthusiasts who are like,
Okay.
oh, I own a really
Right,
cool,
okay.
mid-century.
Cool.
I'd be cool with sharing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And others are like modern homes that adopt mid-century principles
Okay.
in the
Yeah, yeah,
styling.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you get some of that
Very
too.
cool. There's some
a
gems
lot
in Idaho. I mean, I follow
Yeah.
the pages, and there's some.
because a lot of the
crazy
growth
good
here
houses.
happened during that era.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you get some
Yeah.
really cool, unique designs.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
But yeah, thanks for that. Gee. All right, where are we at? Oh, we're on to page 1. Perfect. That's going to get us right to the end of the show here.
Perfect.
David.
All right. The Dane Eats spinoff of mid-century modern bathrooms is what I am expecting in 2025.
Except instead of
no.
Dane Eats, it's
Yeah.
Anthony Pease, I guess.
Yeah,
That
there you
nobody
go.
should be paying or watching that
No.
at all.
Yes,
period.
Dole Whip sounds smacking
Schmackin'.
right now. I could go for one too. I will say, since I brought
Yeah.
up Dole Whip, Costco sells Dole Whip in little cups now. I
What?
don't recommend them.
They're
not
not good?
not good, and they
Okay.
do not. Yeah. Oh yes.
worth
So
it.
here's Joey exposing all my secrets. So this is why I don't watch movies.
Oh, no.
Because I literally am obsessed with the entire 90 Day Fiancé program. So there's like 4 or 5 different,
they got a
there's
bunch
like
of
before the
variants.
90 days, during the 90
Okay.
days, like
So
the other way. I mean, there's all these.
if
yeah.
we're asking about
Obsessed.
movies and stuff, and he said, I don't really watch movies, you should have followed up with,
Well,
but I do
but
watch
that-
a ton of
okay.
like a particular
But that's not
series,
something that
TV
you
show.
admit willingly.
Oh, right. Well, I
It's
mean,
not something you admit.
I'm a big Love Island fan of the
Yeah.
UK version, but it's not
Okay.
like I'm advertising
Yeah.
that every day. I just
Yeah.
think it's hilarious. And
Yeah.
Ian Sterling, the voiceover guy, is funny, so I
Yeah.
enjoy that.
No, I
But for dumb reality TV, I'll
right.
take it.
So I do not watch any shows except for all of the 90 Day Fiancés,
Mm-hmm.
Sister Wives, and any of the like 600-pound Life, 1,000-pound
Okay,
Best Friends.
yeah.
Like that's all I watch, and that
Those are like the TLC type shows.
yeah, and that
yeah.
happens from like 10 to midnight every night. Like love it.
One of
That's
my-
all I watch.
One of my friends who's in like Hollywood and edits stuff, he's responsible for editing most of that show, Dance Moms.
Oh,
that
yeah,
people
yeah.
knew.
Oh, my gosh,
He
yeah.
edited most of that show.
Oh wow.
He met his wife there though, so I guess it wasn't all bad.
Wow. Hopefully she wasn't one of the moms.
No. She was a
Okay.
fellow editor.
Okay, good. Good.
Juice Free, I only watch movies that I've seen before, but then I don't watch them because I've seen it already.
Yeah.
Juice Free, you are a conundrum.
Yeah. Now, if we're going to go back to like the 80s, I've seen like Top Gun a million times,
Oh,
Days of Thunder
sure.
a million times. Like,
Sure.
yeah, I'm all about those old movies from
Yeah.
the 80s. But, you know,
All the,
like
all
the other.
Bruckheimer specials.
Yeah, like the other day, I saw an ad for The Lion King, and I was like, how many times are we going to remake The Lion King? Right?
The best one is the animated one from the 90s.
Yeah.
Let's just stop. I saw
right. I was
saw
like,
the
why would
musical. I'm not even a musical guy, but that was
Yeah.
great in New York when I was in like 2004. I saw it, and it was great
Right.
on Broadway and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I was
Fine.
like,
let
well,
it be there.
Right. I mean, I still know how the movie ends. I don't need to see it again.
No, I want to see it again, but this time with more realistic.
Right. I mean,
animation.
does the plot twist or I don't know, but I'm going to guess no, and I don't
just
need to be
kind
let
of
down
felt
again.
like a social experiment. Really.
Yeah.
Just like let's
Yeah.
do the same thing and see how many times people will pay for this.
Right. Well, and now the new one's made by like AI or something, which is just
Oh
crazy.
lordy, nope.
Yeah.
Joey, his hips don't lie.
They don't, and they don't keep it to themselves either.
No,
Yeah.
they really don't. Anthony's slowly becoming the Ricky, Martin, of detailing.
yeah.
She bangs. Okay. Anna. What's Anna saying?
I went through the same thing with my back injury. The hips and the pelvis cause more rehab. Yeah. It's a whole overcompensation thing.
That's the kind of rehab that Sydney does not like.
No, yeah. No.
Quad bod.
Quadbod says, Roger that. At this point, I'll just get a refund. Order to, well, yeah, I don't have access to
Well, and
the
unfortunately,
order,
we can't do anything
Yeah.
from here because, well,
Yeah.
we don't run PNS. So that's something to definitely talk to them about. But
Yeah.
no, just talk to them. Then I've got Juice here saying, do you know of any bucket that is as thick as a Yeti bucket, but is not a Yeti bucket? There are some out there.
I don't think I've seen any.
What is the name of that brand? Is it Cordova?
Oh, Cordova. Yeah, yeah.
They're
Do
kind
they
of-
make buckets?
I don't know if they make buckets though, but I know they make like coolers and stuff
Yeah,
like Yetis.
I have a
but they're,
Cordova. Yeah,
like,
I have a
they're
Cordova.
good quality,
Yeah.
and they're not Yeti for people who
I
don't want to be
honestly
paying
thought
for
that. I mean, maybe I'm just totally. I thought Cordova was Idaho's version of Yeti.
That's
Do you
kind of
think
what
they
it
sell
is.
them outside of Idaho?
I don't know if they sell outside of Idaho.
I don't
Something to look
know.
up.
Yeah, I don't
There,
know because I
Juice.
do have a Cordova cooler because I didn't want to spend the money on a Yeti.
But the quality is there. Like the Cordovas
Oh yeah,
are good.
they're like exactly
really
the
good.
same. But I will say though, the Yeti bucket's nice. Like I do have a Yeti bucket.
So if Cordova made a bucket,
Yeah.
that'd be worth looking into. But I don't know
I
if they
don't
do. So
know, yeah.
I don't know. Check it out. That's
Yeah.
not something I've searched, but their other stuff's good, so it stand to reason.
Yeah.
Joey. Juice, you could try the Yeti buckets instead.
There you go. Always go back to the original.
Yeah. All right. And then he just winks, and then we get Ron Ayan giving a hello, Ron. Then I got Ragnarules. Hey.
Nice. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Happy
Haven't
Thanks-
seen you in a minute.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. Glad to catch the live from Singapore. Well,
That's
we're
very cool.
happy that you're joining us.
Always
That's really
appreciate you
nice.
popping in. Even if it is the very last minute here.
Yep.
I'm just getting these last few. Kim. Well,
Kim. Hi,
caught you at the
Kim.
last sec.
Greetings. What a nice surprise after a long day of sitting in an empty office and a long commute home. Well, I'm glad you're home.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, let
Good
us
to
keep
see
you company
you.
on the
Yeah.
commute. It's good to see you, Kim.
Yeah.
And make sure you watch the whole show if you haven't, seen the rest of it. There's good stuff. And yes, Anthony was in the pillowy chair
Yes.
earlier.
Yep.
He was here for most of the show except for these last 10 minutes.
Yep.
Then I've got another Quadbot saying Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, sir. Then Ragnarul's best towels to use after Thanksgiving. Let's go. I'm going to say Rip and Rags.
Yeah, same. That's what I'm going to use.
Use them
Yep.
all around the house.
Yep.
Done.
I'm going to wipe up all the turkey juices and they're going to go right in the trash.
Affordable. You won't feel bad. And they'll actually pick up everything
Yeah.
when you wipe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Love it.
And they won't tear up like a paper towel.
Yep. G. Davis. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
And to you, G.
Yep.
And I got Ron here. Messy cleanups at the kitchen. Rip and Rags. See?
Yep.
Every time.
Preach.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Joey, what's Joey saying?
He says express wipes are going to be the cleaning my
Oh.
kitchen this year.
Well,
Yes.
everybody wants them, but
I
not
know.
everybody can get them yet.
I know. We're getting there, but that's what I'm going to use in mine too.
Nice.
Do love the express wipes. That's for sure.
They're good.
Yep.
They're real good. Lil Turk.
Good podcast tonight. Little Turk. Thanks for keeping company while I got a bunch of outside stuff done. Now it's time to start cooking for tomorrow. Y'all have a great week and a Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
We will.
All right. And hey, you take care. Have a great one with your family, whoever you're spending time with. Hope it's a fun one.
Yep.
And we'll see you when we get back next week. Then, Ragnar Rules. Will Levi be back as a guest one day? It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
He was literally just in
here.
the office.
Yeah. I was kind of wondering if
little
he
bit
would come
ago.
and pop
I
in.
thought he might pop his
I
head
thought he
in.
would too. Yeah. We got to see him.
Yeah, we got to see him. Sorry
Yeah.
you didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he won't be a total
Yeah.
stranger. He'll
Yep.
find his way back around here. He just happened to be in town for a little bit today.
Yeah.
So, G. Davis, what's he saying?
I'm sure we all remember Dane's guest appearance on Long Island, South
Oh, dear.
Africa. I missed that
Oh,
episode.
man. If I don't remember it, did it happen? I don't know.
It could be a fun thing to do, though, right?
Could be.
Yeah.
I haven't been to South Africa. That could be kind of cool.
All right. We've got $10
Oh,
from Anna.
We clap for
Woo!
super chats. That's
Super
definitely.
chat.
Thank you very much.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for TRC and SBG as the detailing and car community. See y'all next week. Enjoy the week off. Thank you. You
Anna.
too.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. And hope you have a wonderful holiday.
Yes.
And, that I already did. Never mind. Going back, we have Joey laughing. And then we have G. Davis.
Oh, G. Davis. Sydney loves 90 Day Fiancé but hates The Lion King. I'm going to need at least 30% off at PNS to forgive this. You can text me afterwards, G. I'll help you out.
Just all kinds of
But the
offenses
other
going on
10% is
today.
going to come from Joey for outing me as a 90-day fan.
You got.
Yeah. Or have to use JB10 or something. I don't know.
Oh, man. David.
David says, again, have a great weekend and a great Thanksgiving. I read that backwards, but it's okay.
It's the same sentiment.
Yep.
It all counts.
Yep.
And you too, David. Make sure you have a good one, too. Hopefully you and your family have fun.
Yes, Joey.
And Joey, the very last one
Yep.
here. Thank you so much
Yep.
for everybody who called in on the show, wrote comments, all that good stuff. Sydney, thank you for being a wonderful
Yeah.
guest as
Yeah.
always. And to Anthony,
times.
who left a little early.
Yep.
He had things to do. They're very important things, but he says thank you and have a happy Thanksgiving as
Yes,
well.
everybody
So-
have a great time with your families and great
Yes.
weekend.
And if you haven't hit like yet, please smack that like button before you go today. Helps us out in the algorithm. You know the deal. What else helps us in the algorithm? Making sure you're subscribed to this channel if you haven't already, or you enjoyed today's show and you're new. Please make sure you check that on your way out and leave a comment down below on maybe some topics, things we can tackle in the future. We're always looking for fun ideas, and you guys help us come up with them. So if that's it, I want to say have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you next week. See ya.